Make we talk. If we see corruption in any shape or form, we're going to highlight it. Make we talk. Jeffrey Tavares represents yard and broad and the entire diaspora. As long as it affects the life of our nation, uncover the truth, make we reason, make we talk. And we don't care about no vumva viva va, no upper echelon, nobody is not above the law. As long as it not help Jamaica, make we talk. Make we talk. Unity is strength. Make we reason. Make we talk. If we see corruption in any shape or form, we're going to highlight it. Make we talk. Jeffrey Tavares represents yard and broad and the entire diaspora. As long as it affects the life of our nation, uncover the truth, make we reason, make we talk. And we don't care about no vumva viva va, no upper echelon, nobody is not above the law. As long as it not help Jamaica, make we talk. Make we talk. Unity is strength. Make we reason. Make we talk. If we see corruption in any shape or form, we're going to highlight it. Make we talk. Jeffrey Tavares represents yard and broad and the entire diaspora. As long as it affects the life of our nation, uncover the truth, make we reason, make we talk. And we don't care about no vumva viva va, no upper echelon, nobody is not above the law. As long as it not help Jamaica, make we talk. Make we talk. Unity is strength. Make we reason. Make we talk. If we see corruption in any shape or form, we're going to highlight it. Make we talk. Jeffrey Tavares represents yard and broad and the entire diaspora. As long as it affects the life of our nation, uncover the truth, make we reason, make we talk. And we don't care about no vumva viva va, no upper echelon, nobody is not above the law. As long as it not help Jamaica, make we talk. Make we talk. Unity is strength. Make we reason. Make we talk. If we see corruption in any shape or form, we're going to highlight it. Make we talk. Jeffrey Tavares represents yard and broad and the entire diaspora. As long as it affects the life of our nation, uncover the truth, make we reason, make we talk. And we don't care about no vumva viva va, no upper echelon, nobody is not above the law. As long as it not help Jamaica, make we talk. Make we talk. Unity is strength. Make we reason. Make we talk. If we see corruption in any shape or form, we're going to highlight it. Make we talk. Jeffrey Tavares represents yard and broad and the entire diaspora. As long as it affects the life of our nation, uncover the truth, make we reason, make we talk. And we don't care about no vumva viva va, no upper echelon, nobody is not above the law. As long as it not help Jamaica, make we talk. Make we talk. Unity is strength. Make we reason. Make we talk. If we see corruption in any shape or form, we're going to highlight it. Make we talk. Jeffrey Tavares represents yard and broad and the entire diaspora. As long as it affects the life of our nation, uncover the truth, make we reason, make we talk. And we don't care about no vumva viva va, no upper echelon, nobody is not above the law. As long as it not help Jamaica, make we talk. Make we talk. Unity is strength. Make we reason. Make we talk. If we see corruption in any shape or form, we're going to highlight it. Make we talk. Jeffrey Tavares represents yard and broad and the entire diaspora. As long as it affects the life of our nation, uncover the truth, make we reason, make we talk. And we don't care about no vumva viva va. No upper echelon, nobody is not above the law. As long as it now help Jamaica, make we talk. Make we talk.
The One Jamaica Legal Defense Foundation and its global supporters cordially invite Jamaicans abroad and abroad to its inaugural reconnection on June 21st, 2025 at the Ranny Williams Entertainment Center in Kingston, Jamaica. Bring your entire family for a day of food, fun, entertainment, and information. Get an understanding of the Constitution and the skills necessary to exercise your rights and your civic responsibilities as Jamaican citizens. You can't afford to miss this inaugural Reconnection Rally, June 21st in Kingston. Tune in for further information and updates to Reason with Radigan on YouTube and reggaeglobalradio.com, Saturdays at 3 p.m. New York time and at 2 p.m. in Jamaica.
Good afternoon, good night, good day, wherever you are, wherever you're listening, watching from around the world and the Eastern Caribbean. Welcome to a special edition of the Magnitsky Talk program, the Magnitsky Talk Current Affair program. Every Monday night we have this program here of current affairs that is happening within Jamaica and around the world and the Eastern Caribbean. I want to say good evening to everyone who's in the chat room, all those who are just coming on. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. Like, share, and subscribe. I want to say good evening to Walking in Divine Purpose. We're praying for you. And I know you'll be okay, my darling. I know you'll be okay. Thank you very much for what the hard work you're doing with the Magnitsky Talk program. I want to say thanks to all those who continue to join us. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for all those who continue to join this program. For those who, no matter what it is, they continue to join. This evening, we're going to speak about issues facing our country. The Jamaican Prime Minister said that his loyalty to Jamaica is unquestionable. No one can question his loyalty to this country. And that's what he's saying to everybody now. That no one can question his loyalty to Jamaica. But before we start all of this, I want to play a video for you because the One Legal Jamaica Defense Foundation is having a rally, a reconnection rally on the 21st of June 2025 at the Raleigh Williams Entertainment Center. And we're in need of your support. Go on over to the One Legal Jamaica Defense Foundation website and donate. So we're going to do some housekeeping here now. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
The One Jamaica Legal Defense Foundation and its global supporters cordially invite Jamaicans abroad and abroad to its inaugural reconnection on June 21st, 2025 at the Ranny Williams Entertainment Center in Kingston, Jamaica. Bring your entire family for a day of food, fun, entertainment, and information. Get an understanding of the Constitution and the skills necessary to exercise your rights and your civic responsibilities as Jamaican citizens. You can't afford to miss this inaugural Reconnection Rally, June 21st in Kingston. Tune in for further information and updates to Reason with Radigan on YouTube and reggaeglobalradio.com, Saturdays at 3 p.m. New York time and at 2 p.m. in Jamaica.
There you have it. So remember that this is coming up on June 21st, 2025 at the Ranny Williams Entertainment Center there in Kingston, Jamaica. Go on over to the One Legal Defense Foundation and donate. Also, go over to change.org and sign the Magnitsky Act to see what we can do in holding governments accountable in our own country, Jamaica. I'm also going to say this to you that this is coming up on June 11th at 8 a.m. That's Wednesday, June 11th at 8 a.m. Rescue Jamaica from corruption. There'll be a mass protest over there in Old Harbor where Jamaicans from all walks of life will be coming out to protest against the corruption, the nepotism, and the cronyism in our country, the lack of proper health care. So come on out for this. Come on out for the One Legal Jamaica Defense Foundation rally on June 21st, 2025 at the Ronnie Williams Entertainment Center. Go on over to change.org and not change.org, sorry, go on over to the One Jamaica Legal Defense Foundation website and donate. This evening I have with me none other than my good friend, Head Boy. Head Boy, welcome to the program.
Jeffrey,
Head
can
Boy?
you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah, man. Speak a little louder. You're a bit low.
Okay, can you hear me much better?
Much better from Negril Point to Moran Point and Galena Head Mountain.
Absolutely. Good Head Mountain. That's a good place. Galena. That's a good place. Galena in Western St. Mary. I want to say good evening to you and your listeners. And I want to endorse one of the event you spoke of. The Jamaica One Legal Jamaica Defense Fund.
Yes.
And the Magnitsky signing for the petition at change.org. And of course, the protest on Wednesday against corruption. So I'd open on those few words.
Continue for me because I'm looking for something to post here. The website for the One Legal Jamaica Defense Foundation thing I'm looking for.
Absolutely.
So let's continue for me.
Yeah, with the Magnitsky Act, if you looked a couple days ago, the VP in Ghana published that the US had sanctioned about 5 persons in Ghana, and those 5 persons were sanctioned for having involvement in drug trafficking, and it is not just the Magnitsky that they used on them, but also the OFAC sanctions, which prevent them, which means that the Guyanese authorities will have to seize their assets, every single cent that these guys have. So the Magnitsky Act is a powerful act, you know.
Yes, it is. It is a powerful act.
And we are seeing it for some reason being used a lot in Guyana. And remember, the Secretary of State just visited Guyana.
Indeed. Stand by for us, please. We're just searching for something here. I think I've found it. Yes.
So it's an interesting time.
Interesting time, my friend. Interesting time. I just post the Magnitsky Act thing in the chat room. Go there and sign it. Change.org. You do not donate any money on change.org. What you do is go over to the One Legal Defense Foundation website and you donate over there. Let me pin it in the thing here. Let me pin it, then I go up to my opening commentary and also Head Boy opening commentary too, that he needs to go into his opening commentary and speak to us what is on his mind pertaining to the land of wood and water and indeed the entire Caribbean. For those who are just joining us, welcome to the program. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. Like, share, and subscribe to the Mekwito Jeffrey Tavares YouTube channel. Like, share, and subscribe to this YouTube channel. We have an exciting program lineup for you, and we're asking you to just stand by with us and stay with us. Head Boy, you want to do your open commentary before me? Head Boy?
Can you hear me?
Yes, go ahead.
No, I didn't hear what you say. No, for some reason
I'm saying to you, do you want to do your open commentary before me? Let me start the program here.
Yeah, I will absolutely. My open observations of, one of the things that I am taking note of is if you realize a lot of these, FIs, financial institutions, banks, houses, investment hubs, and different things in Jamaica, that they are liquidating quite a lot of their assets.
Yes.
Yeah? And in some instances, um, they are also unable to pay dividends to their shareholders, and some not pay unable to pay anything to the bondholders. Specifically, NCB, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
the and that's a statement of fact. I mean, many persons who would have listened to Andre Stevens' program last night would have heard that. Would have
Yes.
seen the article from the Guardian, the Trinidad and Tobago Guardian newspaper, which is one of the most powerful newspaper in the Southern Caribbean.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so what we're seeing is a lot of these institutions have invested heavily in the real estate market. And when we say real estate, we're not even talking about commercial, more so on the residential side. And those real estate, seemingly the portfolios are not performing that they are in the way they had expected them to perform. And what we might have in Jamaica is similar to what happened in Florida.
Yes.
You remember when there was or in the United States in general, when there was this housing crisis
Mm-hmm.
with Fannie Mac
Andy
and
Mac?
Fannie Mac, yes.
Mm-hmm.
You remember the Fannie Mac situation?
Oh, yes.
So the and how the market came to a standstill. Um, People were losing their houses left, right, and center. And if you look, similar things are happening on the side of vehicles.
Yes.
NCB right now, and we have heard it from class president who said it, that NCB is seizing a lot of vehicles for persons um, because they're unable to pay. And if they're seizing vehicles, I'll be expecting that in similar instances, when you look at the foreclosures on some homes, the foreclosures on homes are high as well. So it points to a greater problem in the economy in Jamaica. And if you want to know the true health of the economy, look at what is happening at financial institutions. If those institutions are struggling, it typically says that the economy is struggling. And that is why, no, I'm not hearing a Jeffrey, your mic is
Yeah,
muted.
that is true. That is why, when you see businessmen like Hassan come out and speak about these
Yes,
things,
yeah.
something is wrong.
And when you say this, people think that you are being political. Let me tell you, if the economy was doing extremely well, Jeffrey, I would be the first to tout it, because a poor economy benefits nobody, and
Mm-hmm.
I think people need to get this out of their head. The People's National Party, Mark Golin and others who are advocating on behalf of the PNP, and I'm not speaking for them, but what I'm saying, I don't get from them that they would wish to see the economy be performing bad. Yeah. So no, did you understand what I said?
Yes, I understand. Go ahead. I'm just trying to find something here. Somebody sent something that some people is using some expletive on the platform here. I need to block that person. Go ahead.
Yeah, just block them. Don't there's no moderator.
No, my mother is not well.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So I wish our dearly beloved sister, um,
Walking
walking
in
in
divine purpose.
divine, walking in divine, a speedy recovery, and our
Mhm.
prayers are with her. Yeah, so what I'm saying is a bad economy doesn't benefit anybody. So that is not the desire of the People's National Party to see a bad economy. But if things are bad, don't stop saying they are good when they are bad. So people like Idiot Amin, yes?
Mm.
And, I don't feel good calling the senator his rightful name, but he has
What? He's a
behaved.
damn idiot.
That is the point. But hold on, Jeffrey. Why did you first me? I was getting to there. Remember, you know, I'm a bug. You know, you're a Land Rover. So I was building up. But I'm saying,
Anyway,
if a man is a fool, he is a fool. If you're fool, he does
indeed,
fool. And
indeed.
it's not to say that he's stupid in person, but his defense of the JLP has showed that he's politically blind. And you can't call wrong and right. You can't call wrong right and right wrong. Yeah. So at the end of the day, what we really have to look at as I wrap up my
Mm-hmm.
opening remarks is Jamaica's financial sector is in trouble. It is in trouble.
Indeed.
The bubble a bust. And for fact, out of all the sectors of the economy, we have 12 sectors of the economy, only one performed well, and that was services, which include
Yes.
banking. Yeah, every other sector, tourism, every other thing did not perform.
Hmm.
So that alone is sufficient. Construction is down. You don't see any major housing developments being done anymore, except the one and few that is being done by close friends of the government.
Yes.
Anyway, Jeffrey, I yield to you, but all I have to say it's people be careful, read, watch, when I say read, watch the financial climate, see what is happening, and be wise where you put your money.
Indeed, my friend. Indeed.
Absolutely.
Indeed. Welcome to the program, everyone. Welcome to the Make We Talk program. Thank you, Miss Williams. I saw it. I want to read some more about it, Miss Williams. Thank you so much. You're one person who I look up to, Lady Williams there in the chat room, who continue to give me encouraging words and also give me stuff to read about, then come out here and talk to you people about it. Over the weekend, the Prime Minister of this country, Jamaica, went on the rampage on his political campaign from St. Anne to St. Catherine, where he was there showing up support for Dr. Andrew Wheatley. You also have Mrs. Everall Warmington, who is on the campaign trail talking about other things. We're going to show it to you tonight also. But as we come on air this evening, I want to say this to you, the Jamaican people. Despite the road, rather, that we may struggle along with, we are a resilient set of people. And we, the Jamaican people, must stand up. As this election come around, we must not stay back. We must not say we're not going to vote. We must not say that you don't see what to vote for. You must not say all of them is the same thing, because I keep on saying it, yes. But what we must do, what we, the Jamaican people, must do, is to stand up for a better Jamaica. Stand up for a Jamaica that we believe in, a Jamaica that we can leave for our children. And so as this election come around, whatever date he called the election, I encourage my fellow Jamaicans, get up off your worlds, off your behind, get up out there and vote as if your life depends on it. Get up out there and vote as if your life depends on it. Because of course, this country must be a country in which we can leave for children. It doesn't matter if you're a member of the People's National Party or a member of the Jamaica Labour Party, you're a Jamaican first. And this country must come first before any other country. This country must come first before any political party. It doesn't matter where you are in the world, Jamaica must be a priority. It doesn't matter if you're a member of any political party, Jamaica must be your priority. And as we come on air tonight, I ask of you all to sit back, give your comment, be respectful in the chat, be respectful to myself, Head Boy, and other guests who are coming on. We're not a member from the political party. This program isn't a member of the People's National Party or the Jamaica Labour Party. This program is not being sponsored by any political party or anybody of the Vumvava and the Vumvavi. That is why I keep on saying to you all, I do not want any order of old donkey, order of old jackass, or commander cow class, or whatever they want to call it. I am a Jamaican and I want to remain a Jamaican. I don't want anyone to believe that they own me, to believe that they can pay me to shut my mouth. No one can. And no one dare to try and do that to me. Because I am not a person who is easily muzzled. No. And so as we come on the air, I encourage every single Jamaican from all walks of life. The One Legal Jamaica Defense Foundation is having a rally in Jamaica on June 21st from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. I am asking Jamaicans to go out and support this. Members of the Jamaican diaspora, we were the one who started a campaign of change in this country. We, the Jamaican people, headed by a man they call Wilfred Rattigan, who started a movement for change in Jamaica. And the movement for change started right here in the Jamaican diaspora. We have had protests against corruption and nepotism, against the lack of proper health care, against the lack of proper education system, against the lack of proper security. And so, I am asking you all, go on over to the One Jamaica Legal Defense Foundation and donate. This is to help have this movement going. And as we start this movement, on June 2nd, I saw something in the streets of Jamaica that brings tears to my eyes. The Jamaican people from all walks of life got up and decided to go out there and rescue Jamaica from corruption. So on June 11th, that's this Wednesday, June 11th, at 8 a.m. in Old Harbour, Jamaicans again will be taken to the streets to demand that this Prime Minister, whose statutory declaration cannot be certified, that either he stepped down or he called the election. It can't continue in this country that we must have a head of government who believes that he's above the law. And the last time I checked, this country is a modern democracy. Jamaica is not a part of any totalitarian country. Jamaica is a democracy led by the rule of law, led by the constitution of this country. And for those who believe that the constitution and the rule of law don't apply to them, we have a next thing coming. And that is why I'm urging Jamaicans, go over to change.org and sign that Magnitsky Act. Do it, because we can hold them accountable. And so tonight, as I start this program with my good friend, Head Boy, I want to say this to you, Jamaicans. It's today that our best work can be done, and not some future days or future years. And the sense of urgency is what we must, have today. Knowing, as the saying goes, eternal virtue is the price of liberty. The price of liberty, my Jamaican people, is to stay alert, seek the truth, and to actively participate in the fight for the democracy of this country. Go out and support the One Legal Jamaica Defense Foundation rally. Go out and support Rescue Jamaica from Corruption rally. Let our voice be heard peacefully. We can't go out there and start burning down the place. No. Stand up for what you believe in peacefully. It doesn't matter what they want to say that a lady did not know what the FID mean. That's nonsense. And that's the only thing that the Labour Party can go around and talk about. She's a Jamaican. The lady who they asked the question, she wasn't born a member of the People's National Party or a member of the Jamaica Labour Party. She was born a Jamaican. And for those who believe that they can continue spreading this thing around and this poor lady, I encourage you, teach the lady the meaning of the FID.
But Jeffrey,
many of them don't know the meaning of FID either.
Jeffrey, I have never interrupted our opening remark because this thing really caught me, and let me tell you why it caught me. I know the woman. I know the lady personally.
Okay.
She's not an uneducated. She's not unable to read,
Oh.
She's a group of women who from the People's National Party who support the PNP. If you go to Parliament, Tuesday, Wednesday, they're outside there. Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
She's not a silly woman. But what we must understand, in the brim of the heat, the woman walking up and down from morning in the brim of the heat, you come to her and you ask her, you know what the FID is? Okay. Maybe she don't know what the FID is. Let's say she don't know. Is it a crime? Because let me tell you why I say it. You have a sitting member of parliament from Eastern Portland who did not know to say a nursery gem. And she's in the house.
Wow.
And I'm sure if you ask the sitting member of parliament in East Portland if she know what is FID, she going to say what you said?
But majority of them in the parliament know what FID mean either.
Exactly. Because if they understand the true meaning of FID, they would not have sit in support of what Andrew Holness is doing. Unless they just been a bunch of hypocrites. But I'm saying this attack on the lady not to scare her, not to stray away, is very disrespectful. And she could be my mother, as I say, somebody I know because friend. Not that she's my friend, but I've interacted with her. She's always been outside of the parliament. You have other persons like Rose and the crew and so forth. I've always been outside of the parliament. So it's very disrespectful what they're doing to the woman. And you have persons. Then they turn and the lady who refused to shake Andrew Holness. And see they turn and the lady Jeffrey, who refused to shake Andrew Holness' hand.
Let me say something about that.
The lady bowed. She showed respect by bowing her head, but she said, I will not shake your hand. I'll just bow to you in respect.
Let me say something here. There is no way in the law of Jamaica or anywhere in the constitution of this country that any Jamaican citizens is compelled to shake the Prime Minister or the leader of the opposition or the Governor General's hand or any politician hand, as a matter of fact. Nowhere in the constitution. So if I don't want to shake Andrew Holness' hand or Mark Golding's hand or the GG hand or anybody else's hand, I am in my rights not to do so. So when these idiots, these nincompoop who are in the police force, some of them, and I don't want to call no name tonight, and some of the other effluents of society, and some of those idiots, those idiotic labor rights, no one is compelled to shake his hand. There's no way in the law of this country, the constitution of this country, compelled to shake anybody's hand.
Yeah, and she equally gave him respect. Because Jamaican people, not Indians, to be bowing down them head to nobody. She equally gave him respect and she bowed 2 times. And he still insisted. If your sister the woman now push out her hand after your half fight this second, why you keep on and insist on the woman to shake your hand? But that shame him, shame. Eh? Shame and kill him.
I want to play something here now, headboard.
Yes, brother.
I saw this on Sunday night, and I listened keenly to this. MP Currency Morrison said something about the protesters who came out on June 2nd. And I keep on saying this. When I saw what happened on June 2nd, I said to myself, democracy in Jamaica is alive and well. And when you have people like Currency Morrison, and you know, so I have never criticized this member of parliament, but the utterance coming out of her mouth makes me decide to do it. Make me decide to do it. Because you listen to this woman, I wonder if these people are for the people of this country. I want you to listen to what Morrison said.
A storm. Speaker who will cause a firestorm. You can guess who will cause a firestorm up here?
It's very low.
You can guess who will? You can guess? All right, hold on, the labor rights, hold on. Make me out to talk a little bit. Labor rights, before me call up warning. Me have to ask you one question. Labor rights. Oh no, see how Sun and Sahara does nearly kill off the PMP them down a town what they here. Huh? Oh no, see set to how them down they drink up too much rum. A pure foolishness and got town go talk. Rum. Oh no, see the video. Where PMP don't know where them are demonstrate for. Huh? Labor rights. You know you say them can only account. Labor rights. What a piece of sitting. So then go down there hungry. Then go down there drunk. Sahara does nearly kill them. And son they nearly get sunstroke down there.
No, tell me something now. Tell me something now. How low can these people get? And I'm pretty much sure she asked members of the Labour Party who was in that room last night. What is the meaning of the FID? They couldn't tell her. A chance of she is a member of parliament? No.
You know what I want to ask her, Jeffrey?
Go ahead.
What happened to the NHT money that she signed off and inputted in SSL? Remember, she was a part of the board that approved the funds going into SSL. We have presented that fact. We have shown it over here because the board, we show what the board was comprised of. So when you see she behaves so, it's desperate. I tell you now, they're having, and you need to bring back the reverend, you know, the psychologist. Yeah?
Yes, I need to
come and assess what is happening in these people's mind. It is desperation, Jeffrey.
Past desperation.
And I want to understand it's going to get worse. And I want to publicly say here, I hear the labor rights going around talking. Because I listen Cliff Hughes, you know. As you know, I listen. I don't care who don't want to listen to him. I listen because you have to know what the enemy is saying in gathering information.
But not only that, head boy. It does
Right?
not matter. Hold on a minute, head boy. It does not matter who Cliff uses or whosoever who is. All right? We must get information and analyze information. That's why sometimes when I put up something, Jeffrey, where I put up a sitting for? No. You have to listen to gain knowledge.
But which is exactly the point I was making.
And that is why, head boy, I will listen to the Labour Party and bring them on too. Because this program not belongs to PNP nor JLP. Go ahead for me.
But that is precisely the point which I was trying to make in relation to listening. Because when I listened, I think today on YouTube, but it was being said on Nationwide, but it's a JLP bloggers page.
Yes.
When I heard what Cliff Hughes was saying on Nationwide today, right? In his whole assessment of what is happening in the JLP, you'll realize and a guy there telling him what seat the JLP going, and Cliff Hughes was not necessarily convinced because he said that he has seen that this is going to be a base-to-base election. And the same guy now predicted and said, "Who the JLP is going to call election on September the 3rd." They're going right down to the wire.
In the hype of the school season.
So when he said it, Cliff never asked him the question. No, he didn't say the election is going to be on September the 3rd, which means it's going to be around the prediction which I had said, because I have to call it within August. Yeah, so if maybe they're going to run it on the day, yeah. So whatever time they cut, that's what he said. But the point that I'm trying to make is when I listened to Cliff Hughes said something instrumental. He said the PNP's base is energized, and if it is a base-to-base election, the JLP cannot beat the PNP.
And when you hear Cliff Hughes start those things, apart from him making a mishap in the local government election, he knows the Jamaican politics,
Yeah. When I heard him say it, I said, Cliff said that?
Yeah.
And the caller was talking about all the seats, and Cliff said something. The caller said something. Cliff says he believes that the PNP will win St. Mary.
Is that clean sweep for the PNP in St. Mary?
It is going. Jeffrey, I can tell you the election is shaping up. You carried the Brownstone meeting. We were here last night for the meeting with Senator Gabriela Morris in Northwest, the Northwest Center rally, and I can tell you that we might very well have a scenario where we have 40, where we see the PNP going in the region of 40 to 42, 43 seats. But I've always maintained 41. I'm more confident of 41. And that is a magic number, because if the PNP should amass 42 seats, then it means this have 2/3 majority in parliament. It virtually can do a lot of the reforms, bring the impeachment proceeding bill come. Yeah? So the moment a man like Andrew Holness report come out, based upon what the court ruling say, yeah, you could bring proceedings in the House to impeach him as a member and remove him from the House.
I want to turn to something now, head boy. I want to say good evening to Dr. Karen Dunkley, who continue watching this program and give us insight and what is going on and so forth. Dr. Dunkley, good night to you, ma'am. One of Jamaica's hardest working member of the Jamaican diaspora. I want to say good evening to you, and I lift my hat to you, ma'am. I want to turn to something here now. Jamaica's Prime Minister said that his loyalty to Jamaica cannot be questioned. His loyalty to Jamaica, no one must question his loyalty to this country. Neither me, she, he, or the old lady. We must not question Andrew Holness' loyalty to Jamaica. One time, Mr. Holness said he was born in a 2-bedroom house. Now he said he born at the Spanish Town Hospital. I'm trying to figure out if this man is struggling from amnesia or termite eat out in brain. Listen to this for me.
In July. I am 53 years old in July. I have been in politics since I was officially involved in politics, since I was 20. And I became an elected representative at 25.
That is to show you. You hear? That is to show you. This prime minister has never worked a day in his life. He admits to the Jamaican people. He, Andrew Michael Brogard Radham Holness, has never worked a day in his life. He does not know what hard work is. He does not know what it is not to get any pay. He does not know what is it. What it is to try and put on this. If you say, okay, this can buy a flower, look or something. No.
Yeah, but
this man has been in politics from he was 20 years old, led by Edward George Philip Siaga. Go ahead, Ed boy.
Put it the same way. He does not know what it means to run a business. So he does not know what it means to have workers who are waiting on him and expecting that the little salary he's going to give to them is going to be the little salary to pay the bills and put food on the table and take care of them. Mark Golding knows what it means to pay a salary. He has been involved in business. Yeah. So similarly, I'll say the same. So this one I never done a hard work because from him left from college days, Siaga recruit him. Yeah. From college days, Siaga recruit him, and it is said, you know what? I'm not going to bother say it because I will not cross the line. Let me behave myself.
And this is to show you that Prime Minister Holness do not know what it's like to give somebody $16,000 to go to the supermarket. And out of that $16,000, you have to pay rent, pay light, pay water, pay internet bill. Go to the doctor if you have to go to the doctor and buy food. Listen to what he's saying.
So I've spent more than half my life in politics.
You hear? He has spent more than half his entire life in the political arena in this country. Listen to some more.
I don't do this for pay. I don't do this for titles.
You don't do this for pay. Is this no? Something's wrong with this man. This man termite nyam out this man brain.
Jeffrey, you know who I remember now? I know who he wants. You don't want it. Our pastor friend, the psychologist, I don't want him. We need to call Dr. Agrians for him.
But didn't Agri die? He's still alive?
No, he's not alive. He died. I believe he died. Yeah? But if
I have a psychiatrist friend in Cayman named Dr. Mark Lockhart.
Yeah,
Professor Lockhart's son.
And we could get Wendy label, you know.
Listen to someone what this man said a while ago. Listen to him.
I don't do this for titles. My journey in leadership is in politics. I don't do this for pay.
Now tell me something now. How long we're gonna have this man insult the integrity of the Jamaican people?
I tell you, man.
This man gonna tell us that he does not do this for pay? So why are you in there? You should be like that president. Hold on for my head, boy. If I had remembered, it just came to me a while ago. There's a president. I think it was Bolivia. I don't remember if it was Bolivia. Who became president? Who this? Hold on there for me. Good night. Welcome to the Magnitsky program. You're live.
Hello, Mr. Jeffrey. How are you doing?
I'm here looking and living, sir.
Well, Jeffrey, just to share my thoughts, man, Jamaica is the only place, the only country that me see the people them choose politics over their own self.
Mm.
Them rather separation than to vote against an MP or a councillor that is doing nothing at all.
Mm.
And that's what me, you have district right now in northeast Manchester.
Yes, sir.
For instance, Linz Avenue, no street light, no road, no water. And that is just a stone throw out of the town of Christian.
Is it Northeast Manchester, Manayard constituency?
North, yeah, northeast Manchester.
Yes. Okay, sir. All right, man. Thanks for calling.
Right?
Yes.
The people them choose. And at the end of the day, what the people them don't look at is that same like how the MP them take long to come and represent them, the same way when them win, the same treatment they're gonna get.
Hmm.
So how can you vote against a man when they're on the ground with you every day to put in a person will come within 2 months or a month to come and run to represent you?
By
and
the
you
way,
vote
hold on
against
for me, caller. A little birdie tell me something. That the former Jamaican ambassador to the United States, Ambassador Audrey Marks, who's now senator, she's been put into Aldershire seat. Nobody don't know who Audrey Marks is.
Right now, they don't even know. They don't even have somebody to represent them in that seat.
Oh, Lord.
Because Omar Miller was presented to the people by Manayard.
Yes.
Then you hear about a principal by Homo Technical High School. Then you hear about Danville Walker. So the only thing they has to do is join all of who they bring come to run against Valwyn.
What the
Because
people should do, you know? What the people of... Is it Northeast Manchester? Where you go again?
Northeast Manchester.
Yes, what the people of Northeast Manchester should do, you know? It's an election day. They vote out the Labour Party. Vote out Audrey Marks. If they put Audrey Marks in there to represent the Labour Party, vote her out. Don't make sure we're nothing. She was a disgrace as an ambassador. And I'm not afraid to say this.
But Jeffrey,
yes, go ahead.
I want to ask the caller the question. Why would the people, it's shameful because Valentine Wint has been with the people, run, lose, run, been with the people forever. And imagine the Prime Minister with him disrespect. Even if it was Omar Miller running, it wouldn't be so bad. But imagine you go out of the constituency and take up somebody when nobody knows. Yeah? It's crazy.
You have a call coming in here?
But at the end of the day,
yes, I just
the councillors down there are doing a good job.
Uh-huh.
The councillors that win, even the one that lose the credit division, he's still on the ground even though he lose the election.
Right.
He's still there with the people.
My friend?
So it will have to take something drastic for Valwyn to lose that seat in Northeast Manchester.
What the people should do, the people must reject who Mr. Holness put down there. Reject former Jamaican ambassador Audrey Marks. She don't fit to be an MP. Thank you for calling in, sir.
Okay, Mr. Jeffrey, take care.
Thank you. Let's go back to this thing that we're talking here about headboard. Listen to some more of what this nonsense this man has been spewing. Listen to this.
I don't do this for pay. I don't do this for titles. My journey in leadership is such that I have passed those things.
Lie. You're pathologically mendacious.
But that was what I was saying, you know, Jeffrey, because remember, him saying don't do it for pay. It wasn't this the same man who said they cannot perform if they don't get the pay?
I tell you, so there's termite eating out this man's brain. There is something psychologically wrong with this prime minister. And the people must look at it. The prime minister is losing it. Listen to some more of him.
I have dedicated my life for the transformation of Jamaica.
You have dedicated your life to get 28 bank account. That's what you have done. You have dedicated your life to get 28 bank account from the Jamaican people. And your statute of declaration cannot be certified. And with your arrogancy, and you have dedicated your life to infringe on the fundamental human rights of the Jamaican people. You.
And that journey started right here in Spanish Town. I was born at the Spanish Town Hospital, but immediately went to live with my...
You hearing, sir?
Grand-
Hold on there for me now. I wish I had that video. This prime minister, I telling us a termite near out in brain. This prime minister tell the Jamaica, I can move this thing for a minute here. This prime minister told the Jamaican people on several occasions he was born in a 2-bedroom house in West Cumberland in Spanish Town. One time he said born in a 1-bedroom. Then he said born in a 2-bedroom. Now he tell people say he was born at the Spanish Town Hospital. Which one should we believe? Which one should we believe? Where did you born? Huh? Where did you born? Make your mind up where you're born. Because something fundamentally wrong with your cabeza. This is some more of this stupidness from this man.
Grandmother at 56 Cumberland Road. I went to a little basic school in Hampton Green. Then I went to Spanish Town Primary. I was there on the shift system, like everybody walked to school. I do see some people who will stop me every now and again and say, you know, we were in class together. And then I went to St. Catherine High School. So because my journey started here with you, I can identify with you.
Hold on there for me. Hello, good night. Welcome to Magnitsky Act program. You're live.
Good afternoon, Jeffrey. Good afternoon, Jeffrey.
Yes, sir.
Jeffrey, me just listen. Where the prime minister born?
I don't know, sir. He said,
Hold on
for me. Hold on for me now. He tell the people at one point in 2016 that he was born in a 2-bedroom house at 56 when they call it Columbus or Cumberland Avenue.
Cumberland Road.
Then he said, about 3 years after that, he said born in a 2-bedroom. Now 2025, and the Jamaican people saying born at Spanish Town Hospital. Where did he born? I don't know.
Well, I know, Jeffrey. A boy more for research this. I guess I listen one time and I hear Juliet Holness. Juliet Holness said that the prime minister must born somewhere must Andrews are somewhere up the eye. If you can remember the clippings that Juliet come out and talk about her.
Hold on there. She can't go say born in the Andrews Memorial Hospital. Not go say that. Lie.
Well on Jeffrey man. If it's not Andrews, it's somewhere in St. Andrews. Because I remember Juliet was speaking something about when she couldn't find money for wedding. I guess it was on a program on TV. If it's not TV, it's Harja. I guess I hear Juliet only speak about that. I said the prime minister born somewhere in Kingston. So the prime minister need to come and show Jamaica his birth certificate.
He's saying born at 56 Cumberland Avenue. In a 2-bedroom. Hold on, in a 2-bedroom. Then
And
he
a
say
one bedroom.
one bedroom. No, he say born a Spanish Town Hospital.
Spanish Town Hospital. Where did he born?
Same way.
Same
way same way they're investigating and spreading rumor that Mark Golan is not a Jamaican citizen. He must show him birth certificate. This Prime Minister must show him birth certificate now too.
But Mark Golden father done the Mark Golden father has done for Jamaica and he's not a Jamaican. Which one of them father has done so much for Jamaica?
I would like to ask the Prime Minister that. Hold on, no, man. Mr. Holness' father is a well-known farmer. Hold on, no. Is a well-known farmer from St. Elizabeth. When he farmed the ground, he feed whole some and in ask for no money. Because he need for money.
And he's a comrade. Andrew Holness' father is a comrade.
It doesn't matter who
Andrew Holness' brother, the Rasta one, is a comrade.
I don't care who they are. None to me. What I want to know, he must tell the truth. Where did he truly born?
He needs to show his birth certificate.
And he's lying.
He needs to show it.
He is lying. He tell us that he was born at 56 Cumberland Avenue. Cumberland Road in Spanish Town.
Yes.
2-bedroom. Then he said born in a 1-bedroom. No, he tell us now he's born at a Spanish Town Hospital. Where did he truly born?
No, but the caller, Jeffrey, I totally agree with the caller that the only way you're going to solve that is make him show him birth certificate. That's the only way. So seeing the one people to show birth certificate.
Because I can't remember your Juliet Holness talk about where the Prime Minister born in Kingston.
No, she referred to Andrew was actually born in Spanish Town. She said they grew up. She moved from where she was in the market because she used to go market with her grandmother. But she didn't make a reference about him being born in St. Andrew. She said no, she later found out they grew up together. They weren't far from each other in terms of where they were born in St. Catherine. I listened to the interview.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. All right, caller. Thanks for calling in.
Okay, thanks, respect, Jeffrey.
Thank you, man. But we need to see birth certificate for true.
Yes, man. They need to show that now, head boy. They need to show it.
All right, caller. Thanks for calling in.
Okay.
Head boy, take it away for 2 minutes from me now. Head boy.
Yeah, so Dr. Holness and I think they should add to his name, Dr. Whole Lie. Yeah, just change Ness to Whole Lie. Yeah, because every time Holness speaks, he lies through his teeth, and it seems as if lie is synonymous with his name. But as I say, the Prime Minister is having a meltdown. If you look at the picture you have there of him, obviously you'll see that this guy has lost weight. One, and it's not because he's gymming.
Head boy, you must stop it. The man exercise a lot. He got to Manchester, exercise a lot.
Well, when my grandfather used to tell me, him say, as a man, if you have 1 yard, it's not so bad. But when you have 2 yards, it's too stress. Because if the 1 yard a nag you and the 1 yard a road a nag you, it's problem, it's 2 nagging that. And from what I'm gathering is that he's being nagged. So I don't
know what he wants to do,
I don't know.
Good night, caller. Welcome to the program. You're live. Where are you calling from?
I'm sorry, I'm in Florida.
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Thanks for taking my call. Jeffrey, you were just saying now that the Prime Minister, clown Prime Minister Andrew Holness, he's not into it for titles, right? Wasn't he?
Hold on, sir.
Bloody fight with Shaw.
Hold on there for me, sir. Sir, hold on for me. He said that he's not in it for money nor title.
Right, but he had the bloody fight. He had the bloody fight with Audley Shaw to get the party title. And ultimately to get the prime ministership, right? That's another title. So why is this clown guy here, Andrew Holness, talking about he's not in it for title or anything like that? And by the way, talking about nobody can question his loyalty. I am questioning his loyalty. His loyalty is about money, 28 bank accounts. That's his loyalty. His loyalty about enriching himself and his cronies. So let him stop talking that nonsense that he's not into it for money, he's not into it for title, because he had a bloody war with Audley Shaw, who he put out the pasture, okay, after the defeated Shaw. I know you're announcing on your program tonight.
But caller.
So he talks a lot of
Hold on to
nonsense.
me,
Thank
caller.
you for
Headboard
taking my
Jeffrey.
call.
Caller, Headboy, now ask you a question. Go ahead, Headboy. Headboy?
No, I was
Hello,
I
Headboy,
was
I'm not
saying
hearing
to
you.
the caller, but he
Yes,
says
you
he's
hear
not
me?
in it for that. Can you hear me?
Yeah, man, go
Yes.
ahead. The caller
Can
is
you hear me
hearing you.
now?
I can hear you.
Yes.
Yes, I can.
Right. I'm saying if he says he's not in it for title, why did he take the title KC the other day or QC Queen's Council the other day? Huh?
No, it's not KC, it's PC. Is it QC?
Huh?
Or KC?
KC
He's
is King
he's a
Council.
member of the British whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, the British Council,
He's just a
Privy
liar.
Council.
It's PC.
Yeah, which is PC, but it means that you're a member. So why would you take the title?
But every prime minister has become a member of the British Council.
No.
It's not only him. Yes. Yes, head boy. Go back and check it.
Yes,
Every prime minister in Jamaica's history has become a member of the Privy Council. PJ Patterson was a member of the Privy Council. And if my memory serves me correctly, so is Bruce Golding, and so was Mama P. Go back and check it.
No, I stand corrected, Jeffrey. I stand corrected, but I'm just saying he took the title. I thought that the title that was given to him was not Privy Council, was Queen's Council.
No. It's PC. He's a member of the whatever I call it.
My bad then. But he took the title anyway.
Yes. Caller, thanks for calling in.
Thank you, Jeffrey. Thank you for taking the call.
Yes.
All the best, all the best.
Let's continue some more of what this man is saying. Listen to some more of this, people.
And you can identify with me. You know that I am genuine. My quest to continue to lead the country comes from a genuine place that cannot be questioned.
Is that so? Is that so?
My loyalty to this country cannot be questioned.
So if you're loyal to this country, if your loyalty to Jamaica, Mr. Holness, cannot be questioned, then let your statute of declaration be certified. If your loyalty to this country cannot be questioned, why do you have 28 bank account? If your loyalty, Mr. Holness, is to Jamaica, why do you have 28 bank account? Head boy?
Well, you know why he has 28 bank accounts, because his loyalty is to him and his sons. Yeah? That is why he has 28 bank accounts. And also accounts which have been involved in moving charity funds and taking up charity funds, putting into investments. So, you know, the reality of it is, Andrew Holness has 90 days, Jeffrey. 90 days. That's the amount of days.
Hold on there for me. Good night. Welcome to the Mekwita program. You're live. Where are you calling from?
Evening, calling from Canada.
Yes.
Evening to you, Jeffrey. Evening to you, head boy. Well, the Prime Minister said it, and Delvaz. We're just bad minding him. I guess we should just listen to the goodly Prime Minister, and we should just all stop bad minding him. Never mind the fact that he can't give account as to where he got his riches from. The mere fact that he continues to give promises and not fulfill them. But all he has to say to all of that is we're just bad minding him. You know something,
caller? You know something, caller? You know what really irritates me? is to see the level of education in this country. And the Jamaican people do not realize that these politicians, from time immemorial, continue working on their mental psyche.
Mm-hmm. You're absolutely right. Have you ever? I'm sure Headboy would know this story. The Emperor's New Clothes.
Yes,
The
man.
Emperor, yes.
The Emperor's New Clothes. And you remember he hired the best tailors to make this clothes for him, and only the brightest, or if you are a certain way, could see the clothes and whatnot. And he walked around his subjects naked, and he took a child, the innocence of a child, to show. But the Emperor not wearing any clothes. Andrew Holness is walking around trying to convince himself and maybe others around him that he is going to be successful in achieving a third term. So I will leave it right there for you to continue. And by the way, I still want to talk to you guys off as they call on Friday. Talk to Headboy and pick his brain somewhere, some political issue, but on another time. So we'll talk soon.
No problem.
All the best.
No problem. All the best, brother.
May God help this country. Let's listen to some more of this because we have some more videos to play. Listen to more of this, please.
My commitment, dedication cannot be questioned. My allegiance to this country cannot be questioned.
Good night, caller. Welcome to the Magnitsky program. You're live. You have 2 minutes. Go ahead.
Yes, good night. I just calling to ask you about the Mr. Warmington's thing.
Sir, I am not talking about Mr. Warmington, sir. I'm talking about the premise. What happened to Mr. Warmington? What happened to Mr. Warmington?
I would have heard he made some statements yesterday about the leader of the opposition. So that is why I was asking about it.
What did he say about the leader of the opposition?
He says that he come from a slave master.
So can you do a research on that, sir? Don't they have Google where Google can see if Mark Golden father come from slave master?
That was what I was doing, but I would not. I don't see that information, so I was asking. I don't know where you get it from. If it's true,
why don't you go and figure out where did the Labour Party idiot get it from? Because that man don't fit to be in the Parliament of Jamaica, you know. That man is a disgrace in the Parliament of this country.
Because what he was saying is some serious accusation, and he was saying that Mark Golden must pay back the Jamaican people.
For what?
And you know that
why don't he and the Labour Party pay back the Jamaican people and take from the Jamaican people?
Well, that is true, but I just called it to ask that.
No. When you hear people like those speaking, sir, what you need to do is to go and do your investigation. Find it for yourself.
Sir.
All right, sir? Okay, sir. Thanks for calling.
All right, sir. Take care. All the best, man.
I'm not taking any more call yet, people. Finish with this.
Yeah. This caller.
Sorry, where's the head, boy?
The caller that just called is he has some special needs. Yeah?
I know.
Right. So, sometimes he's not. So, yeah.
Let's listen to some more what this man is saying.
Country cannot be questioned with you, and you can identify with me. You know that I am genuine. My quest to continue to lead the country comes from a genuine place that cannot be questioned. My loyalty to this country cannot be questioned.
Your loyalty to what country? Your loyalty to your bank account. Not to the people of this country.
My commitment, dedication cannot be questioned. My allegiance to this country cannot be questioned.
Is that so? Your allegiance to this country cannot be questioned? Your allegiance to this country cannot be questioned? When you help to sign off, you help to sign off on how much acres of watershed land to the Chinese. You all know cannot take a stroke of a pen and say that all beaches in this country must give back to the Jamaican people, and you're saying your loyalty to Jamaica, when Jamaicans can't go on the beaches in this country? Who are you trying to fool? Who are you really trying to fool?
I have chosen to give my life in service to Jamaica.
You have chosen to give your life in service to Jamaica. You have a right to say it because from 20 years old you have been in politics. You have never worked a day in your life. You don't know what it's like to go to your bed hungry and yam tin mackerel.
It was not a second thought. It was not to put on my resume. It is because I love, fear, and respect the people.
You love where? And respect who? Hold on there.
Of this country.
Hold on there for me now. Make I put your fair a little bit here, so. You love and respect the Jamaican people when it suits you. When it suits you, Prime Minister Holness, you love and respect the people of this country. But you sit down last night and you hear Everett Warmington spewing a bunch of lies to the Jamaican people, and you did nothing about it. You did nothing about it, Mr. Holness. You sit down and hear Karen St. Morrison chatting paying bloody nonsense, and you said nothing about it. You're talking about love and respect for who? When will the people of this country wake up and realize that these people, all they do is go around and chat paying nonsense? Good night. Welcome to Magnitsky Act program. You're live.
Good evening, Jeffrey.
Hi, ma'am. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. You look like Angie. It's crazy. The Prime Minister getting crazy, sir, you know?
I think we have to ask size 13, she will tell you.
Lord have mercy. So who Andrew wants to believe all those garbage that he's talking there now?
The people's around him. They believe him.
Jesus. So tell me something. A man who takes the Integrity Commission to court, a man who cannot declare his statutory declarations, a man who takes charity money and invest in his own investment, a man who has done so much ill to Jamaica, a man who walk and beat down people's house, a man who doesn't even know that he needs to build housing developments that poor people, the intention of which the housing trust was conceived, that is to ensure that people get housed. Andrew Holness is talking about his loyalty to Jamaica. That man is a crazy, mad, talking madman. I think the election that he's going to lose gets to his head, and I don't know who in Jamaica can fool now. That man is a mad, raving madman. I don't need to pray for him.
If fooling some people down there, say make them believe him, sir. Ma'am.
When he loses this one, he's not going to live it out, because Andrew has what to hide. If Andrew respect and honor the Jamaican people, he would not have put Dennis Strong where he is, even when people are saying it's not right. He doesn't do anything to please the Jamaican people, only to please himself, to enrich himself and his cronies. So Andrew needs to shut up and stop talking nonsense. Jeffrey, take care of yourself. I'm here listening. I'm in your class, sir.
Thank you very much for being in the class, ma'am. Thank you.
Yeah, man. Blessings.
Thank you.
Blessings to Head Boy as well.
Also, all the best, sis. Thank you.
Head Boy, you have anything to say before we go back to the video and go back to another video we have to play?
No, I mean, to be honest, Jeffrey, I don't want to assess anymore of Andrew Holness. Because let me tell you something. You know, so when you're mad rub off on you?
No. We're not going mad. We must show the Jamaican people, Head Boy.
No. 1 second, Jeffrey. I'm not disagreeing with you showing it. I'm just saying for me, I have not much to say because he's saying everything for me. The man is a crazy man.
Listen to some more of what he's saying, the craziness of him.
They need to give him the stiff jacket.
Because I, like you, went through the struggle.
We in the struggle too. Good night. Welcome to Magnitsky Act program. You're live.
Evening, sir, Jeffrey. Evening to Head Boy. Good work you're doing, man.
Thank you.
evening.
Yes, sir. But I don't know if you realize this, brother. I don't know if people realize this. I mean, then at the north here and I look all over. I mean, may I say to myself, you know what, if JLP win back the election, Jamaica don't finish though. Jamaica has been going totally gone, never to return, you know.
And caller, I have been saying something here on this program and people taking me on, you know.
Yeah.
The People's National Party better be careful. Be very careful of this man.
Very. I want to see what's little time in the country, you know. I don't know if people realize, you know. The country, I want to see what condition anyhow these guys get back power, you know. The country is finished, you know. I don't know if people not get down the eyes to see it, you know, but we see it, you know, from a mile away, you know.
And
also, totally.
And also, caller, the Guardian is reporting that oil may be off the coast of Jamaica. And if that is so, and they get back in, dog nyam will suffer in this country when them done with Jamaica.
Yes, man, totally. What? I'm scared. I'm scared for my country.
The people of Jamaica,
really scared.
We are outside looking in, and they're saying that nothing wrong with the country. The country is all right. If the people of Jamaica, sir, don't get up and do what they're supposed to do in this election, then dog nyam will suffer. They can't blame. If the people of Jamaica don't do what they're supposed to do in this election, they can't blame no one but themselves.
Honestly, not to be true, that today I talked to a friend of mine. I said, any of them guys that win back, you know, I don't know Africa, I go for buy this land somewhere in Africa, they live in them. Nah, we can't live back here, so. No, that. The regime. It will become extremely vicious and violent and void of moral and everything. Yeah? It will become really, really toxic and harmful.
You see what this man is doing now, sir? You see what this man is doing now, sir? This man is using money where they accumulated over the years to literally telling the Jamaican people that we can do this and we can do that. And they're cutting ribbon here, there, and everywhere. Thank you for coming.
You go hospital. Yeah, thank you very much. Have a good one, sir.
Yeah, man. Thank you. Head boy.
Yes, Jeffrey.
How is it that the Prime Minister did not start build the House of Parliament yet? They didn't cut some ribbon to build Parliament and not Parliament can build. What's going on with that? Do you have any idea?
I don't want to. I am thanking God he did not build it because it would have happened the same way like Cornwall Regional.
Oh my God.
That's why I'm a run back, Jeffrey. There's so many projects. So remember the plan was drafted for that. He's running back because he wants to have access to the needs money. He's running back because of the oil that you just discussed. Because I want to say something on the oil. Because I have been fun. And Daryl Vaz, you can sue me. Yeah? Because uno think uno smart. What they're trying to do, if you go on United Oil and Gas's website or their YouTube page, which they have a YouTube page, by the way, they just had discussions which they said they found up to 2 billion recoverable. Yeah?
Hold on for me, head boy. Hold on for me, head boy. Before you touch that down that road, I remember doing a program on this Mequitalk program here with United Oil and Gas, where Daryl Vaz came out and said that no oil is in Jamaica. There's no such discussion about it in the oil. Yeah. And I showed to him and the Jamaican people that the Jamaican High Commission in London, I spoke to a former Jamaican. Yeah. Hold on for me. I spoke to a former Jamaican ambassador to London, and the ambassador said to me that no discussion or no forum can happen at the consulate without the Minister of Foreign Affairs know about it. They have to sanction it.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And Daryl Vaz was telling us, and he doesn't know about anything. Yet Daryl Vaz was also one of the persons who met with the heads of United Oil and Gas.
Yes, and he was at the function.
Thank you.
He was at the function. So I know exactly where you're going, Jeff. He was at the function. But look at it. Let me tell you, somebody pinched me the other day and tell me. And them say, you know why Andrew really running for the third term? When they got the report from because remember, Jampro is interested in this, and Petroleum Corporation of Jamaica, PCT, which them collapsed it. So really it's Jampro and the Ministry of Energy driving the initiative. So Arbin Hill and Darrell. When Arbin tell him the amount of money, when Arbin tell him what the 2 billion recoverable barrels mean to us, because what that means for Jamaica is somewhere in the region of $30 billion in taxes. It will double our GDP. Yeah?
But will the people of Jamaica get anything off of this?
That is why Andrew Holness will not see back Jamaica House. So I want to thank him and Darrell for having signed the arrangement. But like Roger Clark said to Roger Clark of blessed memory said to the one from Northwest Centre, where the ugly man in Northwest Centre, but the ugly man down the name again, J.C. Hutchinson.
Yes. No, it's St. Elizabeth, man. That's St. Elizabeth.
St. Elizabeth, sorry. Him said to JC. JC said, well, that was our idea. Our idea. Roger said, well, you conceptualize and I implement. So that is why you'll stay over there. You continue to conceptualize while I implement. So that is what Andrew is hoping to do. He's hoping to benefit from the, remember, these guys are capitalists, a vulture capitalists, yeah? And they want a chance again to see what they could scrape from United Oil and Gas. But we also must be careful what we're doing as well. Though the oil and gas industry presents an opportunity for Jamaica to grow, we also must be careful of its environmental impact.
Yeah.
Because they're also mining. We're being told that we have to be careful that United Oil and Gas is not just mining for gas alone. That they also might be doing testing for deep sea mining, which involves,
and that's not good for Jamaica.
Which involves going to the sea, to the floor, the bed of the sea, the seabed floor, and getting up the modules from there. And those modules are used in the battery industry, the renewable battery industries. Yeah. The Pacific water has the most. Yeah, the Mexican waters have the most. And it drifts. How Jamaica is structured, it drifts just over a period of time. So not to get off track, but what I'm really saying is we have to be careful that this scenario they have given us that no oil is in Jamaica is crazy, because everything you see from United Oil and Gas points to the fact that oil is present in the country. And it shows that the Darrell really lied, because then these guys will be lying to the people that are investing, and they're putting it out on the live internet so everybody can see it.
All
so
right,
they have
hold
no
on
reasons to lie.
To show Darrell Vaz the wicked and lie, listen to this. United Oil and Gas to host investment talk at the Jamaican High Commission in London. It went on to say United Oil and Gas, United Kingdom-based United Oil and Gas will this Thursday, May 23rd, host an investment forum at the Jamaican High Commissioner in London as it seeks to present a project to Jamaica when it comes on to oil and gas. Now tell me something now. The same thing here. And Jamaica's High Commissioner to London is Alexander Williams. I wish I had the video to show you how I did it. Alexander Williams was the one who gave the main speech welcoming. And this was done on May 21st, 2024, last year. Yet Darrell Vaz told us that there's no oil in Jamaica. He'd be the first to tell us. Has he addressed the situation yet?
No, they're not. They don't want anybody to talk about it. That's why they came out shooting at it so fast. And what I'm saying now, similar to like how we're talking about the FID and the corruption, the clips are on United Gas website. Go there, and bloggers and other persons must blast it around in your chats, in your private chats among your friends. Blast it so people become aware. Because that is why you think they can't surrender Jamaica. We will not surrender Jamaica. Or if you surrender Jamaica with the oil. Andrew Holness is going to preside over the largest economic growth if he gets the opportunity to get access to that oil. And from how we have seen them operated, imagine Andrew Holness presiding over the oil. Dog, nyam is up and push wash up the plate. You hear?
My God. Our
So,
last video here we want to show before we go. Well, two last ones that I want to show. Hold on there. I think I'm doing something wrong here. Hold on there. I think it's right here. This is. Yes, down here. I want to show something here. We must not waste time. This is what the Prime Minister said. Listen to this.
We mustn't waste time with a lie. I see some older persons.
Hold on there. He's saying that we must waste time with the lies because we here on social media is telling pure lies. But in 2016, nobody was telling a lie for him though. Listen to some more of this.
We mustn't waste time with a lie. I see some older persons. Them don't have not much doing, them retired and them sit at home. One time, them used to only watch soap opera. Now them are watch soap opera on live. It affects some of them mentally, when them see them get vexed. They don't know how to process the thing they call fake news. Some people who may think them smart, them WhatsApp and say, Prime Minister, are true this? I said, what kind of question? Of course I'm not true this. Because it affects them. The lies. And that is why we have to have our meetings all across Jamaica. All our ministers, all our MPs, that is the task that they have. Counter the lies with truth. The only way to fight darkness is with light. And the Jamaica Labour Party will shine the light on the darkness of the PNP. And I see all of you here as little candles that must be lit with the right information for you to go back into your communities and shine the light so the people can see. We must not hide our achievements under any bushel. We must be proud of what we have achieved.
Are we truly have the Jamaican people achieved anything, head boy?
you know when you're growing up, Jeffrey, right? and you're working in a workplace. You just get a job. You could know the people who just get the work, right? And they come in the work and they say, hey, look how much money we make today. And the boss make the money, but them about look how much money we make. So Andrew Holness is telling you to defend, be proud of what he and his band of merit thieves has taken for themselves. Because that is the only way them can be proud. Because I don't know if you say anything to be proud for.
I want to play a video here that the young man who called about Warmington. I want to play this video. We're going to listen to this. We need to listen to it.
My deputy leader, colleagues, labor rights. Good afternoon. I'm honored to be back here again to support Dr. Andrew Wheatley. And I may say that it's closing off next month on the 13th. between this government and the opposition. There's nothing they have to offer. This government has been the greatest that Jamaica has seen. And Andrew Holness government has done more for this country than any other government before him. And if Jamaica look at that, there is no guessing where we will be. And I have no doubt that we will have the third term. Because we went to take some of theirs. We are beat them bad. We went to take some. From head to toe, we are beat them bad. The Gucci collection. So they can stop nonsense. The third term is assured. And Michael Holness will be going back to Jamaica House and Parliament as the Prime Minister after election. I want to at this time look at the ancestry of Mark Golding. Mark Golding went down to Cambridge and said, I'm from here because my ancestral roots, my father, Logan Levy, was born in Cambridge. That's not what Logan Levy said years ago. Either Mark Golding's a damn liar or he's calling his grandfather a liar. But it can't be correct. We growing up have the concept or the belief that the only slave owners that we have in Jamaica was some white Christian guy from England. Is not so, you know? Not only Christian own slaves here. You have white Jews from England that own slaves in Jamaica also. You have Jews who own slaves, not only Christians in Jamaica. And Mark Golding started with Logan Levy. But that's not where he should have started. He should have started with Benjamin Nunes and Esther Nunes. Those are his great-grandfather and great-grandmother. Benjamin Nunes was one of the largest slave owners in Jamaica before the abolition of slavery. I'm going to give you a history. What he willed. On April 18, 1835, the will of Benjamin Nunes was probated. And it starts like this. Jamaica, in the name of God, amen. That is Mark Golding, great-grandfather, who owned the slave. He said, I, Benjamin Nunes, of the parish of St. James, the county of Cornwall of Jamaica, being weak in body, and of sound mind. This is my last will and testimony. Whereas, instead, 2 instruments went by him trust a house from a man named Dr. William Gordon. And he said there, whereas I'm entitled to compensation from the British government for a great number of slaves that you have to set free. That is what Mark Golding, great-grandfather, said. In the abolition, he may expect...
So hold on here now. What I want to find out. I'm not making... What about this idiot? What does his great-grandfather have to do? Hold on. Good night, caller. Welcome to the program. Where are you calling from?
Yeah, Jeffrey. Good afternoon.
Yeah, man,
good night. Yeah. Jeffrey, I'm in Raiderland here listening and enjoying the program. And to be frank, I must express my greatest gratitude to you to highlight the PMP journey to victory. I don't know, you might try to insulate yourself against JLP criticism.
I beg your pardon?
I know you're trying to insulate yourself against JLP criticism. But we as PNP, we appreciate what you're doing for the party.
Well, let me say something to you. Hold a minute there for me. Let me say something to you. I'm not a member of any political party, you know.
I know. But you expressed something earlier about people don't like when you highlight certain activities at the GLP.
Mm-hmm.
I think I share that sentiments though.
Why?
Because the GLP has media outlet and they have state resources.
Let me say something to you. Let me say something to you, sir.
Mm-hmm.
One thing I have learned in my life,
mm-hmm.
all right, and I learned from the best of the best.
Mm-hmm.
I learned from the late Wilmot Mutty Perkins
mm-hmm.
and the late Barbara Gluden.
Mm-hmm.
And one thing they taught us in journalism school, is it?
Mm-hmm.
Is that we must hear both sides of the story. Sometimes three sides of the story.
Mm-hmm.
I am running a program here
mm-hmm.
where you have to hear both sides of the plate.
Mm-hmm.
You cannot listen to only one side.
I agree.
So whatever the Jamaica Labour Party is campaigning, I have to listen to what they're saying to pick sense out of nonsense. Whatever the People's National Party is saying, I have to listen to what they're saying to pick sense out of nonsense. Whatever the UIC is saying, right now the UIC, I see they put out something that makes some sense to me. And people mess up Jeffrey talking about, yes, the UIC had put out something a couple of days ago that makes some sense to me, and I'm going to call him to come on the program. Whenever you're running programs like these, sir, you cannot be one-sided.
Mm-hmm.
You cannot. You have to be on a level playing field.
But sometimes when you have the governing party as the resources to flood the media and airwaves with their propaganda, and the opposition doesn't have that leeway.
Why?
Leeway. Well, that's a good question. And they need to come and tell the people why. You know, they don't need to come and tell the people why. But from my observation, Jeffrey, you might not agree, but I see you carry the PNP program regularly to my delight. And I appreciate that.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So hold on here now. I must carry the JLP programs.
Well, I can't say.
So let me ask you a question, sir. How are you gonna learn something if you don't listen to both sides of the story?
What I said earlier, they have a lot of resources. They have mouthpiece area. They have GIS, and the mainstream media in Jamaica is not doing what you are doing. You are doing more to the Jamaican electorate in terms of 8 minutes than mainstream media, mouthpiece radio, and GIS. So you actually have that balance for the PNP, and we appreciate that.
We have to what?
Right?
Hold on.
A balance. A balance.
A balance for what?
A balance. When you bring the PNP conferences, when you highlight certain setbacks of the GLP.
Let me ask a question here. Let me ask a question here.
Yeah.
Aren't we all Jamaicans?
We're not disputing that, sir.
Okay, we're all Jamaicans, eh?
Right.
I agree on that.
Right.
So when you have a Labour Party conference going on, aren't we supposed to listen to what they're saying to pick sense out of nonsense?
Yes, to an extent.
Oh, okay.
But as I said before, Jeffrey, I don't know if you see what I'm trying to suggest. The GLP has a lot of outlets to spread the propaganda.
So don't the PNP have to spread their things too? to spread their truthfulness.
Their message. Yeah.
Don't they have
But
it?
what we see now, and this is a critique of mine at the party, but I think they shouldn't be depending on default to win the next election. They should be going out there and doing that and spending the money. You get me?
But
And that's why
isn't the PNP going out there, sir?
To the extent that I expect them, I think they're not vociferous. And they're depending on social media, and social media has done so much for them in the last local government election. They have this mighty traction against the GLP, and I think they are complacent to an extent, and they're still depending on social media to carry the message across.
All right, sir.
That's my observation.
And the entire critique, sir. Thank you very much.
Respect.
Thank you. Let me say something here right now. A lot of people run their programs how they want to run their programs. You see me? I'm a neutral person. And I believe. Hold on, Miss P. I believe. I personally believe that if you're running a program such as this, a current affair program, it is called current affair. You have to bring the two political party on. We have invited members of the Labour Party, they refuse to come on. So the only way we can get what they're saying is to listen to what they're saying, and for us to balance what is going on. So when I come on my program and I bring a conference from St. Catherine with Warmington chatting, and one from St. Ann with party leader Mark Golden talking, you're balancing the equation. You listen to what Mr. Golden is saying, and you listen to what Mr. Warmington is saying. Now everybody's entitled to their own opinions. And I agree with what the man is saying. I accept his opinion, but I have to be very neutral. So I will continue bringing the conferences of the two political party. And if UIC having one, I bring UIC too, if I can. And Miss P, welcome to the program. You're live.
Yeah, welcome. Good evening. Current affair. I have two burning issues here. First one, let me take on. It's a Warmington. Now, for an incumbent party, where you going to people who grandparents, grand-uncle, good on so far? Warmington, great-great-granduncle named Charles Warmington. Right? Warmington, I come from slave, and by slave I said that is, which night parish I said catch you know. Warmington come through white man rape his slave them and get him. So him a come as him then call him a free picnic. I saw them come. History did have to show you. Charles Warmington, they come from England and them buy and sell slave. Okay? So when him a come with the foolishness, St. Dorothy's, St. Thomas, the Vale, all of those places St. Catherine now. Part of in a Clarendon. So when you go cause the Mark Golden, me want to ask people, whether you're born at Jamaica, the Constitution say, once you're born in a day,
Commonwealth.
Help me address the Commonwealth. You can't run for anywhere.
Hold on, Miss P.
So what problem?
Hold on, Miss P. Hey, boy, I can help you with this. Jamaica is a part of the Commonwealth of Nations. All right?
Thank you.
Canada is a part of Commonwealth. All right? A Canadian citizen can come and run in Jamaica's parliament. What I don't understand with these people who are in the Jamaica Labour Party, especially Mrs. Warmington, Mrs. Everall Warmington, Mr. Golden, grandparents, may have been whatever owners, I don't know. I never did research on that. All right? What Mr. Golden people may have done back in the 18th century This is 2025. Why are you digging up things that happened way back when? It has nothing to do with Mr. Mark Golding. And that is to show you the level of classism in this country and racism in this country. Jamaica has been a classist country for many years. And now, it is pulling its ugly heads again. We're putting racism in the political arena of this country.
No, but Jeffrey,
And the vials them?
Jeffrey,
yes.
You know, I sat here and you know, on a personal level, with what is happening in Palestine, I'm not happy about it. But that does not change my view of the Jewish people. Yeah? I have friends who are practicing Jews, and I equally love Jews. Likewise, I love Arabs. Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
And what Mr. Warmington said about the Jews, did you hear what he said about the Jews in Jamaica?
Yes,
do you know
that
the Jewish community is big in Jamaica? Yeah? And his words
and they must demand an apology from him.
His words, but in their own house, in the very house, there's an Israeli citizen, a man who is a Jew, a practicing Jew. Philip Enriquez is a Jew. How could Philip Enriquez sit comfortably in the house hearing what Mr. Warmington talk about how Jews used to do to slave, and from England, English Jews will come to Jamaica, come do to, you can't say those things, because all of us at some point had relatives who we descended through the practice of slavery. So you had in some of us family line persons who were even plantation managers or estate managers.
Go ahead.
Yeah, all right, let me tell you. I rather have a Jew over me, more Andrew on his way, say my black man right now. Because history show me say, when you not work for slave, then walk you but then feed you. Andrew walk you and feed you. Okay? Because the man didn't go off his trunk to breed to get more slave. So he give you good food for him. And then go your place to sleep. And good, right? So when them come with that, so if Mark Golding a slave pitney, Bruce Golding a slave pitney too. Vals them come from the slavery breed too. But him himself, in great grandfather named Charles Warmington, go look feet. Right?
But you know,
to show that.
You know something, Miss P? Many of us Jamaicans, if we check our land, we are descendants of slaves.
Thank you.
So what the hell is this all about?
Thank you. Desperation. 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 That is it. Because if I go to a political meeting and the leader or a member of parliament, I can't tell me about that. Me no want to hear that. I want to hear your plans for me and my grandpick the future. Me no want to hear who born Israel, who born Jacob, who born Jerusalem. That has nothing to do with me. Because somebody has born somewhere. Right? The next thing, and I will say this, Jeffrey, Ed Boy, Ratigan, and the whole of who know your name call, big up on ourselves. Thank you for educating us. This lady will refuse to shake the Prime Minister hand. I hear some people have bashed that woman. You believe if that Prime Minister ever come before me, because it may a shake hand, then lucky the lady said to him, say, yes, sir. Because number one, intact me no have nothing to say to you. Saturday night,
go ahead.
me there in a Brownstown. Saturday night, me in a Brownstown. We go pick up me two little sitting them. Then come there with a handful of people. Banga, banga, bling, blank, boom, blank, blank. I go in the market, how much of the people in the market? No night sale. No taxi, every taxi man gone. We be out there suffer because they're afraid of them. And them I tell us, anytime when they're gone, you call we. We have out there suffer because nobody know why in them bang around. See what I go in the market, pick up 1, 2 pound and sitting. Right? I mean, one man bank about. It was a good crowd. Lie. One big empty truck with one man sit down in a punch music and fuel cook here back. Lie. And he go panty to top of the truck top. One little handful of people. But because they have a way of use the camera and make it look one way. Lie them I tell. I'm back to this woman now. I hear a lady say you should have a law that when official reach your treatment that way to arrest them.
I beg your pardon?
Yes. One woman they on social media. I said we should have a law. That's when people in a position come and like we know ordinary people treat them shall lock up and charge them.
Hold on a minute. Hold on a minute, hold on a minute now. So this woman want to live in a totalitarian country where we have a wannabe dictator that we must bow to him. It is, listen to me, it is your fundamental right. There's nowhere in the Jamaican Constitution that stated that you must shake anybody's hand. There's no law in Jamaica. So that idiot who is saying that there should be a law, obviously she wants to live on a dictatorial government. One of China or Russia.
In 2006, what the man named Ombudsman, he might do the PMI, Peace Management. Every name again.
I know who you're talking.
Look at your name. Yes.
Reverend
Andrew Holness.
Reverend Blair. Mr. Blair.
Blair. Andrew Holness refused to shake Reverend Blair on in a public on camera. So what are you telling me? That you refuse to share Errol Blair on marking with the Peace Management Initiative. And you're telling me, say, me must shake your hand after you say PMP people, it's like a dog a run down a vehicle when the vehicle stop, you know what to do? How when your wife say people live in a gutter water and garbage, a PMP live there? How if you shake a man hand we take bulldozer down people house? How if you shake a man hand we tell we say we have to find car seat to put me picnic to go to school? How you could tell me, say?
Miss P, Miss P, if you do not want to shake anybody's hand, you don't know where the hand coming from. Suppose that's not virus on the hand. It is your duty. If you don't want to shake it, have to shake anybody's hand. What is wrong with the people of this country?
Me get on me back up in me sir, me not shake hand. Me would even say sir. Cause when I call when me continue walk. And anybody ever say, I tell them something they would like it. After you just cycle and keep down we the poorer class of people. When you promise to lift we up, you take me like a leather and I walk up and way. And you tell me if I come a shake. Who is you, brother? You're only privileged to be the Prime Minister. I'm here your boss. And my taxpayer money pay you. Right? Me born in Jamaica, and me don't know what dictator look like till and do all this a rule. That me say. Me don't know what dictator look like unless you have to go to history.
In the great United States of America, the American people say I can something about the president.
Anything I tell him and he can't do them nothing.
Can't do them nothing.
As long as you know, threatening life.
There you go. So for the Jamaican people to suggest that there should be a law for us, that if we don't shake the king hand, the bro God hand, they should lock us up? I'm telling you something. I'm sick as hell in this country. Anybody who suggests that there should be a law, there's something wrong with you. Who is Andrew Holness?
Yeah.
Who is Andrew Holness? He's put
No,
there
no,
as a
no,
servant of the people of this country. And that is why these politicians will treat us the way they're treating us. Because we bow down and worship them too much. Now this is one boy and I bow worship none of them.
And Jeffrey, you remember in a pandemic? In a pandemic, the man said the people we are spreading the COVID virus. And we are buying half a bread and a quarter pound of this and that a shop. You think we forgot that? I don't forget those things. Those are one of the things that hurt me to the core. And you know, come back and contact people vote for you. Vote for you if you want. And I can talk this. In Jamaica, are two people, two set of people where as a broker or as a JLP. And the two set is the well done's and the attached. The well done's and the attached.
You know
people where think.
You know something.
People where think critical now look at you because you know make their life better. We know why you come feed we. We want when we work your pay we good. We want a good hospital. We want a good education and good road and this there. We need to tell you how we are correct with how you want for dinner this evening. We don't want that from you.
You know
when we are working, we have the money.
You know something, Miss P?
Oh.
You know something, Miss P?
Yeah.
I sit here and I listen to you talk. And I hear them talking about this woman who don't shake the prime minister and what you just said. And in the chat room, they said that I still liberate people in town. I want everybody to know something here. My heart beats for this country. You know why? We're all Jamaicans. And if once the Jamaicans can't read and have no understanding, it affects me. It affects all of us. It affects every single Jamaican. It does not matter what political party you're from. It affects every single Jamaican. Every single one of us. If our black brothers don't understand what FID stand for, or what does it, the function of the FID, it affects every single Jamaican. Every single one of us. If a Jamaican don't understand the role of the police service commission, or whatever they want to call it, it affects every one of us. If a Jamaican don't understand the function of the IC, the Integrity Commission, it affects every single one of us. Because that's our Jamaican will understand it. And for people to be going around saying a dirty labor right them or a dirty PNP them, no. You're entitled to your opinion. I'm just saying this. But those things are affecting every one of us because when it's on the international scene, it's a Jamaican people can't read and write. They're not going to pick out one person, you know. It affects every one of us. Every one of us. Miss P, you have 2 minutes. Go ahead.
That is true. But Jeffrey, when you look, you see, a retired nurse, a retired teacher, one word, retired civil servant who contribute their life to this country. Now they are in their twilight life and can't get their pension. When me have vote for you for? And people still are through NIS and through NHT. And you can't get one house. When me have vote for you for? You say you make house and put it for $40,000, $40 million, $50 million. We spend me can work $16,000 a week and go pay back buy a house. Yes, what can go so?
Miss P, call me back now.
Okay.
Okay. Good night, Sir Princess Smith. How are you doing? Hello? Sir Smith, turn off the thing in the background. You're live.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, big boss. How are you doing? You're live on here. Go ahead.
I'm here listening. I see you have a very distinguished person in your guest room.
Yeah, man. His Excellency, the most honorable Dr. Head Boy.
Good evening to you, my brother and friend. How are you? I'm good, brother. How are you?
I'm here. You and I need to speak actually, but that's another place and time.
Definitely. I'll reach out.
Please. Jeffrey.
Yes, sir.
Desperate times call for desperate measures.
True.
So if one gets desperate enough to make desperate utterances, don't take them seriously.
You're right.
Because people will tell you anything they think you want to hear. The time when you could say anything and people say, yeah, has long gone.
Yep.
I will give you a little anecdote and you can pass it on to the leader of the country from it, please.
Mm-hmm.
It is said that a politician went to Africa and is touring a village. And the chief says, would you like to address the village? I said, but of course, yes. And I'm going to give long speech and this and that. And every now and then you hear, Umbala! And I'm feeling encouraged. And the next thing he said, I'm saying, Umbala! And I feel really good. And it goes on. And when he finished and say, he has made a really good impression. The chief said, would you like to tour the village? He said, yeah. And so let's look at the livestock. So they go down now to the cow pen. And as they start going through the cow pen, the chief says, careful where you walk. I don't want you to step into the umbala.
Hey boy, where are you?
No, I am definitely not going to step in the umbala.
In other words, they're talking a lot of Alice Down Kingston.
Yeah. So now people who have been paid to attend and a little money here and there to clap your hands and wear the green and thing are saying umbala. And it is, there are certain people, I won't call any names because I think one of them, you are in a group with him.
Who, me?
Yes. And I wonder distinctly, when it comes to pass, how is he going to manage? Because he must be getting paid by them.
I know who you're talking. That idiot who said that he's got this operation will continue until the Lord Almighty come.
Every day in the group, he says stuff that is almost rude.
I take myself out of that group because I realized that it was I was gonna say some stuff to the person who owned the group. It's before I go down that road, and I get a call from some people up Cherry Garden or wherever my families are. I say, "Oh, should make a come out of this group."
No, but here's my situation. You are responsible for the security of the institution you're employed to. That has lost millions in pilferage and crime. But you're in charge of security.
And that is why, Sir Smith, that is why I put up the news article that was done by CVM on the platform, and under the bottom of it, where Mark Golden says some of them were charged for corruption. The person who managed the platform is upset because I did that. Now people know who Jeffrey Tavares is. But nobody not put on my temple and chin back my fire. And I fear no man but Almighty God.
But if it don't apply to you or yours, why say anything?
Thank you. So obviously they are all involved in a level of corruption and cronyism and nepotism.
Now, head boy, this is for you, and I want to see if I'm on the right track.
Yes, teacher.
Everybody is making a lot of noise about Mr. Chung's appointment. Apart from the obvious drawbacks, there are a couple of things I just want to point out. I haven't heard anybody expound on.
Yes.
Who stepped forward to remove certain parts of the job description requirement?
Such man.
What gave them the authority to do so?
Nobody.
What would you say to someone who said that you roll the wicket for your batsman?
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think Head Boy is very aware of what I'm about to say.
Yes.
There's international organization, so to speak, that deals with financial matters worldwide.
Yes.
And they do not take kindly to jurisdictions that don't have in place things that guarantee at least a running attempt at maintaining law and order within that area. Am I correct so far?
Yes, you're correct. You're referring to the Financial Action Task Force, FATF.
There you go. Now, I am wondering how much grayer can we get?
Grayer like Santa Claus.
And when people cannot do certain transactions later on in life, I wonder what they are going to say. Now, let me drop this little one, and I want to know if I am in the vicinity or off track. It is my theory. Notice I said theory. That we are looking at the wrong target.
Oh.
The target is obvious in some people's eyes that the head of the country has a problem that if someone in charge of FID is doing their job, could exacerbate that problem. And as such, they are very happy with Mr. Chung's ascension. But when I look down and see that the private sector has endorsed him, it now says to me that people who may be charged for corruption could very well come from those ranks too.
Yep, absolutely.
And as such, they are making certain that they are going to court the game before the card pack even shuffle. Because I wonder, for instance, how Interpol is going to view the fact that the removal of 12 years of experience in law enforcement and 5 years at a senior level has been removed from an organization that is law enforcement in its very concept.
But Sir Finzi, let me reveal to you and your listeners something that was a fundamental requirement in a part of that law enforcement mechanism that they removed. There is what is called a CAMS, a certificate of anti-money laundering. Yeah? Specialist. Yes, CAMS. It is required for FID. For most of the persons who served that FID had that certificate of anti-money laundering specialist CAMS. Yeah? So I asked the question, does Mr. Dennis Chung possess that CAMS certificate?
Not to the best of my knowledge.
And I'll answer it and tell you no, he doesn't. I've seen his profile, he doesn't have a CAMS.
That is what I'm saying. When I saw his bona fides, it was not included.
Exactly.
So let me ask this question, Sesame. You touch on something about Interpol. And I must get former ambassador to Interpol from South Africa to come on my program here and explain something to me here. And the Mashayali. If there's certain things that is not on the gentleman thing right now who is the head of the FID, what you're saying to us that Interpol may have a problem with it?
Yeah, but let me show you what happened. For me to share certain information or case structure with you, you must be cleared at a certain level of law enforcement.
Mm.
Am I correct, Edward?
No, you're absolutely correct. And therein lies the fundamental problem. And that is the fundamental problem that the PNP has been pointing out. And to add to what you have said to Uncle, if you look at the record in terms of what the director does, when a request comes from the United States to the director, he decides if he hands up the information doesn't come to the Attorney General or the Ministry of Finance, it comes straight to the FID.
No. Exactly.
And he then forwards it to the Attorney General, and also to the Ministry of Finance. So if he wants to intercept information that is being sent on anyone that he has spoken in good view of in the past, he can intercept that information and the country will never know.
There you have it.
So in other words, you're saying to me now that if, for instance, saying that Interpol requests an extradition for an individual in the politics of this country, the parliament of this country.
No, Jeffrey. It would have to be surrounding financials, money laundering, drugs. It has to be along anything that financials are.
Okay, right.
If it's a regular extradition, it will go through the Attorney General and the Ministry of Justice as it would normally proceed in those cases.
So hold on here. Let me get something clear here now then. For instance, saying that Sister Tem is a member of parliament as a minister, and Sister Tem had done some stuff where some money came through the American banking system and so forth. All right?
Yes.
And Interpol wants Sister Tem. The person who's in charge of the FID, in other words, can do something that
he's the first to get information once it's a financial crime. Yes, he's the first to get information.
Oh God, we're in serious problem in this country.
I'm correct. I'm correct. Right, Uncle Finley?
You have no idea. Let me tell you one thing that I learned in my limited time in this field of endeavor. There is one phrase that makes people shudder in their boots if they're not on the right side of a transaction or the law. This phrase says, source of funds. You now have to find a place to say that you legally and lawfully obtained these monies. And you don't just say it by word of mouth. You have to have documented proof. You don't believe me? Go to Western Union or MoneyGram and say that you are sending money abroad. And if your bank don't give you a clearance in writing, source of funds will stop that transaction immediately, if not before. And they will put you on a watch list if you're not careful. I say that to say the movement of funds between accounts 1 to 28 without any explanation as to the source of funds is troubling and will raise flags all over the financial landscape of the world. To hell with Jamaica.
So
because if you have more than X amount of bank account, these people who do this for a living immediately flag you as a money launderer.
So hold on, so Smith and head boy. In other words, the Jamaican Prime Minister, who the Integrity Commission is saying that he has 28 bank accounts, can be flagged as a money launderer.
Can be, I'm not saying should be or is, but it based on what I've seen in my limited experience of 40 years, it is quite possible.
And if that is so, Mr. Smith and Headboy, it's a possibility that Interpol and another international organization is watching him then.
Again, source of funds, which I believe is the hiccup in allowing the IC to verify what they have been told. Remember, $400 odd million is said to have moved between 1028 accounts, some of which is not traceable by normal transactional methods.
Absolutely. Because funds were deposited through an ATM.
Now, that if you want to hide money, you use cash. If you go to the United States and try to buy a thing and they say, would that be card or cash? And you say cash, they look for you.
True. They're trying to figure out where you get this thing from.
Exactly.
That's correct.
If you want to live a peaceful life in the United States, buy everything by card. Someone sat me down over a beer, and I am telling you that I could only drink half of the beer when the person finished giving me a scenario. They said to me, I am going to give you a scenario. I'm not saying it's so, but I want to get your opinion. And they said the following. Money arrived in a bank account being transferred from an ATM, which means it's cash. Then money moved from the account it was transferred in to somewhere else, but there is no paper trail, which again means it's cash. And the money seemingly disappeared. How is that possible? And I said, I don't know, bank manager involved, but I said, no, let me carry the thing a little further. I move money out of the bank daily in an armored car.
Oh?
And the armored car get licked.
Oh!
But the money is insured.
Okay.
Head boy.
Uh-huh.
You see why I couldn't finish the beer?
Hold on there, Hedy and Smith. You spoke about armored vehicle. Do you remember how many armored vehicles in this country had been hit?
Yeah.
Mr. Smith?
There are a number of them that have been hit.
Okay.
Question is, how much of the proceeds of that enterprise have been recovered?
But you know, I said something to somebody privately, and I will not call the name. That one of the things why they are sending Dennis Strong to the FID, and this is my belief. You know, Sir Finzi, that the FID, if under a court order, can recover assets like from lottery scamming and other things that they believe is ill-gotten gains. Ill-gotten gains.
Yes. Proceeds
Do
of
you
crime.
know? Do you know that from over the last couple of years we have not seen, and they're supposed to be having auction? Do you know the FID is not having auction on their assets?
Very good question.
Okay.
That's true. What is really
Customs
going
normally
on?
have auction, right? The police normally have them auction when them have vehicles on them side for after a period of time. Custom do the same and other ministries do the same. Yeah? Why is the FID not showing us? I'll tell you, a lot of those properties that they have seized, if you go and check deeply, you'll find out certain persons who like to own properties have their hand in some of these properties.
But I will assist you even more if I may.
Of course, my brother.
Do you realize that along the same lines that you have just indicated, there used to be a time when the auctions were taking place that people had certain things in the auction reserved. So certain man come and it's waiting for them. But I will go further. Do you know where you can hide money in this country?
Real estate.
The consolidated fund.
The consolidated fund, yes. Yes.
Everything you do end up there.
Because a series of money that was trumped up in the sense of donation from the Jamaican diaspora to help Jamaicans during the virus of that year there was given to a certain minister. Couple million was given to a certain minister. And when people up here ask the minister to give us trail of where the money went, they can't. So somebody said it went to the consolidated fund. So the person, okay, show us the paperwork. I'll know.
That's going to be a little difficult. But it comes back to the other point now. How come the FID, so important, is so desperately understaffed? Who allowed it to become understaffed?
The current administration.
Okay. Now, it comes back to investigative capabilities in this country. Why I wanted to talk to you elsewhere, head boy, we still will, but I'm going to give you a hint. You see the Silvera situation? It is said that the deceased had interest in Kobe and was making overtures to recover it from FinSAC because it had been her grandfather's property. Why I found it fascinating is that I hear a number of things that don't add up to me. One, that she was being courted by a gentleman with regards to that business and perhaps other business. So much so that they were forming companies to do the business, inclusive of searching for office space in New Kingston. You still with me?
Yes.
I am with you. You're absolute. Keep on. I am with you 100%. Continue.
My inquiries led me to someone who was referred to not by name, but as Coffee Man. Based on the fact of majority of the meetings between herself and this individual took place over coffee. It is my understanding that he seemingly assisted her in obtaining financing for what she wanted to do.
But hold on a minute, Mr. Smith. Remember what you're going to say. Is this Coffee Man have something to do with size 13?
Yes. Yes.
Oh. Go ahead.
But it goes further in that she had, speaking not ill of the dead, she had something of a reputation of utilizing charm and other things to obtain financing, which she didn't always honor.
Oh.
Also was a little feisty when challenged on her lack of fiduciary competence. A week or two before her demise, she was driving with someone and panicked and swung the car almost across the road because she thought she saw someone, and her thing was to the person she was driving with, I am under attack. The person asked her, who? And she called the name of the husband. And he said, no, man, him can't mash hands. And she said, Coffee Man. And she just shut up.
Hold on there. She called the name of the husband, but not her husband.
No, the person that was driving with her, who is attacking you, and she called her husband's name.
Oh.
And she, Melissa, said to her, nah, him can't mash hands.
So my question tonight now then, if she said that her husband can't mash ants, that means that this case between Joel and Silvera is a political case then?
More than a political case, I'll tell you what else I have to say, and because it's a case in court, I won't elaborate. The head boy knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah, brother.
There's a situation where technology, even though everybody loves technology, technology says that the dearly departed left us at 12 midnight on the day, thereabouts. And there's evidence that someone was talking to her on the phone about some baking project they were doing before that. And she told the person that her husband had left some long time ago. If you follow the phone thing that which what you call it there now, which cell towers it ping. The gentleman that is Mr. Silvera was ensconced along Drumblair, Old Church Road. And he told, finally, when push come to shove, I think why they held on to him in thing, because he said that he had been by his sister, which was not true because he was trying to keep the name of the lady he was with out of the argument.
Oh.
Yes, and I know the lady.
When you check though, the scientific situation shows where he was. Because he let the lady into her place because she had left without her buzzer. And she said He was sitting in his drawers on the couch watching YouTube, a documentary on Malcolm X.
Wow.
So me fast and me go check, and on the specific date and time on YouTube, there was a documentary on Malcolm X. And the lady stayed with him till he got the call at 6 o'clock in the morning. So he never moved.
So hold on, Sir Smith. Yes, it is before the court, but I've never seen wherein. And I'm not taking off for anybody because I know John, Mr. Silvera rather, and I don't know him that well. I've met him on several occasions and we exchange words. But what I don't understand though, why is he not granted bail?
Da. Now, my question is, has he been kept there to keep the truth from coming out if he's free? And they need to keep it on that position where there's a possibility he did it. To keep away the person who actually did from scrutiny. Now I leave you with this. Someone let someone into the apartment building at 11 something the night. Someone heard 2 gunshots and hid and saw the person that he let in down and get into a vehicle with a lady who had been waiting on him.
Is that vehicle a BMW? You have an idea?
I'm not going to let you know that.
By the way, Sir Smith, you have an idea whose name is on the property at Kobe now?
My understanding is that they were size 13.
Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. On that note, Sir Smith, thank you for calling in, sir.
Hey, boy.
You know that this, and let me declare my hand. You know, I am deeply connected to the Silvera family. Yeah, and I'm not afraid to say it. I'm not afraid to say it. And when I hear Fitz Bailey, who should be dragged back to Jamaica for having planted a scene of crime, because what Fitz Bailey said in his statements to the public in relation to this was that at the house he found that construction was being done. Yeah, renovations were being done to put in tile. Now I ask the question to you, sir, if you see linoleum on floor, linoleum and tile is the same thing?
No, sir. Linoleum could have been easily removed. I saw the scene as part of my inquiry. And I'm
Right.
telling you that no tiling was done.
Okay, thank you.
Further, I tell you this much. I don't know much about firearms. I've only done my job 40 odd years. Do you know the effect of a hollow point bullet, especially a hollow point 9mm round?
It will bore through you.
But it will let you see that it's going through you.
Yeah.
And it'll stop in there. It's designed to do that, the mushroom.
It's kind of explore like.
How can you find 2 intact hollow point rounds in a body that you previously saw no entry wounds, because what actually hit the lady was a .22 caliber?
A .22 caliber. And that .22 caliber, Jeffrey shot him out.
A police officer asked somebody from the family if the lady had a gun, because the apparent thing seemed to have come from a lady's gun. Why I'm asking is that I'm wondering if I'm getting senile because
Hello?
I can't figure out how you can keep somebody in custody with that kind of evidence for as long as you have. Also, an expert that was here on another case to deal with the soldiers, the one that God rest our soul, Varel Vita got off,
Yes.
looked at the ballistic report and his comment was, it is not worth the paper it is printed on.
Uh-oh. Is it that it was fabricated?
I'm not saying, I'm telling you what the man said. You can't say nothing out of what the man said.
My God. So Smith?
That it is almost impossible to get 2 9mm hollow point rounds into a body and find them intact. Also, it is my understanding that an autopsy part of one and then another one was done. So check and find out where was Mr. Silvera's gun when the second one was done.
Jesus have mercy. So Smith, thank you for coming on, sir.
Make certain all my cameras work and everything.
Please.
But head boy, you know what I'm talking about, right?
Yes, brother. Let me tell you now. Let me tell you. This they want to create, like how they have created a Miss Gina and Pantan. I believe they're trying to create that similarly with Mr. Silvera. But one thing I know about the about justice, it will roll like a mighty stream, and time will indeed deal with everything. Because there's a lot I could say, and Jeffrey could tell you that he has never heard me talk about this much on social media because it's something that when you know the character of somebody and you see people sullying their name, I mean, every couple in life have their issues. I'm married. I'm not perfect, Jeffrey. Yeah,
None of us is
everybody is married. All of us have our issues, but it is not
hold
to
on to
the.
me, head boy. So Smith, you're driving?
No.
I'm having a big of a noise in the background with you though.
Might be the fans.
Yeah, or just let them mute your mic. Just mute your mic and then come in when you're ready.
Is this any better?
A little bit
Yeah.
better, yes.
Yeah, and I've
Okay.
never commented much on it. I've never commented much on it because I've said I've wanted to give law enforcement the benefit of the doubt to do their work. But when you look and you see the blatantness and injustice that is being meted out, but as it is in the court, I'm not going to comment much more than time will tell. Yeah?
Yes.
Time will tell.
So Smith, 2 minutes because we gotta wrap up. I'll give you 2 minutes to wrap up.
Here you go. You want me to tell you what adds to my discomfort?
Yes.
The second in command of the prison system that drove off a cliff in Manchester.
Yes.
Yes.
And hung himself with a coat hanger. And Mr. Fitzbailey said there was no sign of foul play.
I keep on saying this, so Smith and Headboy, that if the Jamaican people should look back from way back when until now, majority of these people who are put in positions in this country should be in prison.
Well, I leave you with this. I see no way that Mr. Silvera can get a fair jury trial in Jamaica because of the job that's been done on him.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah.
Head boy, give me 1 more minute, now, please. Then we wrap up. So Smith, we gotta run. We gotta run.
Yeah, man, I'm here.
All right, man. Thanks much. I'll give you a call. All right.
Please do.
Thank you.
Yeah, Finzi, I'll reach out to you. I'll reach out to you, Uncle.
Yes, so Finzi Smith there. Go ahead, sir. Just so Finzi Smith there calling in to us here in the Make We Talk program. Before we go, we're just gonna run this news here. The PNP had a major victory today. This is Make We Talk breaking news. News that's coming into a new center. The Supreme Court has granted an injunction blocking the St. James Municipal Corporation from removing election campaign sign belonging to the opposition People's National Party. That's news that's coming into a new center that the Supreme Court has blocked the St. James Municipal Corporation from removing campaign sign belonging to the opposition People's National Party. And this breaking news came into us at about 1 something today. Head boy, your take on that, then we gotta run.
Go again.
About the breaking news about the PNP winning the
court case. Yeah.
Yes,
Well, it is scary. The mayor was always wrong from the beginning. The mayor was always wrong from the beginning. So, but you see, when you see people puffed up and hype up, you let them puffed up and hype up. And this is a win for the PNP, but also a win for Dr. Andre Horton, who decided he was not going to have any of it. And I hope if him damage the man billboard them, the council must find the money to give him back for his billboards.
True. And on that note, head boy, we want to say thank you for coming on. Give it 2 minutes to wrap up. Then we got to run.
Brother, all I'll say, I want to thank Sir Finzi for his update on the Silvera matter, because I think too many of us have shied away from it because of what they have planted, and we have what the narrative that they have planted, and we have seen many a times. Because look at Vibes Cartel. It was not until I sat Buchanan took on Vibes Cartel case that we truly found out that what was done to Vibes Cartel was wrong. Yeah? So I am never one to condemn anyone. Yeah? I believe in reform. Not just for Mr. Silvera, for every single person. Yeah, I believe in second chances. Because in life I have been given second chances as well. And sometimes half of the truth is not really known. So we don't go around judging people until we have the facts. And that's why I've always stayed away from it. And then I don't want to be sounding biased, as I'm closely connected. That family, I'm not afraid to say, they're not my blood family, but they have been there, a rock to me from when I was a young man. Yeah? They took me in, not afraid to say it. Mr. Silvera's uncle took me in and raised me as his own. Yeah? And I will never be ungrateful for that. And to see how they're tarnishing a young man's name because they're hoping to achieve their personal economic
but you know what I don't understand, head boy? I mean, we have to wrap up. How is it that mysteriously a name has been added to the title of a property that person was never on that title?
But Finzi answered the question. She was doing business. You know what? I don't want to implicate anybody for nobody to send in a letter. But she and the coffee man. Put it that. She and the coffee man. We're in business. Yeah? You realize in point what Finzi said about opening an office in New Kingston? And that's a statement of fact. No, that's a statement of fact. I know that. Remember, this was somebody I talked to, Jeffrey. I could take up my phone and call her. This is somebody's house I used to be at. Yeah, when I'm in Kingston, that's where I used to be. No time do I go to Kingston and don't get a chance to see them. And they come by me in St. Mary as well. Yeah? So when you hear when I mean come by me there at my house because me live at them uncle place. that's who
Yes.
raised that's who raised me. And so when you hear these things, and you know, I've never hid my identity. It's just that I'm not I don't like come on camera because I'm not afraid to say who I am. Yeah? But to see what they're doing to this young man, who by the way is a very good young man. Yeah? His father has helped so many, including Montague, has helped so many in Western St. Mary, GLP, PNP, and NOP. Yeah? And to see the facts of these things. Because you know one of the things that stand out in this, Jeffrey, and I wanted to have Gage Finzi on it as we go, was that they took his gun before the report came back,
That's not
So remember,
that's never been done.
so remember, the moment she died, they made it look, and it's after the funeral they publish it, and look how long they took his gun. And said the gun saw signs of being tampered with. And now what we hear from Sir Vinci is a 22. That's a different thing. Anyway, my friend,
Yes, that's right.
we'll catch up.
And what my grandmother always tell me, the Bible speaks about it. Vengeance is mine, saith the Lord, I shall repay. Miss Williams, you're so correct. The truth must come out one day, and it will come out. Until you hear my voice again, I'm
Yep.
Jeffrey saying so long. May God bless you. May God bless our island home, Jamaica land we love. Remember to go over to the One Legal Jamaica Defense Fund and donate. As we go off here, we're going to play this for you. That come come June 21st, we will be having this in Jamaica at the Random Winners Entertainment Center. So, we're just asking you to come on out and be a part of this. Be a part of this. Where it is. Be a part of this.
The One Jamaica Legal Defense Foundation and its global supporters cordially invite Jamaicans abroad and abroad to its inaugural reconnection on June 21st, 2025 at the Ranny Williams Entertainment Center in Kingston, Jamaica. Bring your entire family for a day of food, fun, entertainment, and information. Get an understanding of the Constitution and the skills necessary to exercise your rights and your civic responsibilities as Jamaican citizens. You can't afford to miss this inaugural Reconnection Rally, June 21st in Kingston. Tune in for further information and updates to Reason with Radigan on YouTube and reggaeglobalradio.com, Saturdays at 3 p.m. New York time and at 2 p.m. in Jamaica.
See for yourself.
Sorry about that. I want to say thank you all for coming on. And remember to go over to the One Legal Jamaica Defense Foundation and donate. Donate as much as you can. Truly in need of your help. There are so many things going on in Jamaica right now that we need your help. This reconnection rally put on by the One Legal Jamaica Defense Foundation. It's something that we all started here in the United States, and it extend out to Jamaica this time. We need your help for this. So please go over there and donate as much as you can. And also remember that come Wednesday, June 11th, Wednesday, June 11th, there will be a Rescue Jamaica from Corruption rally in Old Harbor. We'll be bringing that to you live, I presume, yes. Hopefully, I don't know if it's going to be live, but we'll bring that to you live. And also, Jamaicans are standing up for that. This is what we're going to have here at Ronnie Williams Entertainment Center. Ronnie Williams Entertainment Center on June 21st at the Ronnie Williams Entertainment Center. It is free, but to put it on, it costs. So go over to the One Jamaica Legal Defense Foundation and donate as much as you can. It is pinned in the chat room. You can go over there and donate also. Thank you all very much for joining us. Until you hear my voice again, I'm Jeffrey Tavares saying so long. Have a great night, everyone. ABR TV, good night to you. You always support me. Thank you. Give me a call when you can, please. I was trying to call you today, but I didn't get through to you at all. Give me a call when you can. May God bless you, and may God bless our island home, Jamaica land we love. Good night, everybody. Have a great night.
The One Jamaica Legal Defense Foundation and its global supporters cordially invite Jamaicans abroad and abroad to its inaugural reconnection on June 21st, 2025 at the Ronnie Williams Entertainment Center in Kingston, Jamaica. Bring your entire family for a day of food, fun, entertainment, and information. Get an understanding of the Constitution and the skills necessary to exercise your rights and your civic responsibilities as Jamaican citizens. You can't afford to miss this inaugural Reconnection Rally, June 21st in Kingston. Tune in for further information and updates to Reason with Radigan on YouTube and reggaeglobalradio.com, Saturdays at 3 p.m. New York time and at 2 p.m. in Jamaica.
There you have it. There you have it. Go out there and support it as much as you can. As much as you can. Go out and support. Go out and support as much as you can.
And we are marching on to progress. Oh, we are marching on to progress. Oh, we care not what whenever I say and what they say we are. We need to find deliverance and say Jamaica free. We are blood and fire comrades, and we are marching on to progress. And we are marching on to progress. We are marching on to progress. Oh, we care not what the Levirate say and what they say we are. We need to fight the Levirate and say Jamaica free. We are blood and fire comrades.
Daryl Vaz, Jamaica will not sit with you and Christopherton and Floyd Green and Pernell Charles Jr. and Fayeval and Dana Morris and Matthew Samuda. Who going to stick with the evil? Who going to stick with them thief ya? Who going to stick with the thief them Jamaica? Who going to stick with them scammer ya? And as a matter of fact, Daryl, what do you mean by people bad mind? Daryl, what do you mean by people bad mind? Bad mind you for what? You have no good antecedents for people to bad mind you on. Your history is not one where anyone would have wanted to bad mind you, Daryl. I'm asking you again, what is there to bad mind when our hospitals are like chicken coops? What is there to bad mind when our water is filled with E. coli and shit and dirty water? People can't drink healthy water again. What is there to bad mind when the road them full of pothole? What can go so? What is there to bad mind? We can't bad mind, you know. Jamaica needs to be rescued. Jamaica needs to be rescued, Daryl. From you, Holness clan, Vaz clan, Charles clan, all of them sort of clan there. And when you're done, you think Jamaica want to stick with a politician? One ex-politician, what's money? $20 million another company. Media can say, all the people then.
Help, help. We out of the
We need a divine intervention. We're tired of the labor rights. So when I see
You come, Daryl. We're tired of the murderer over the Labour Party. We're tired of the rapists them and the pedophiles and the sex offenders in the Labour Party. We're tired of the scammers them. We're tired of the chopper them. We're tired of the you know what? Jamaica, we're not tired of them. I want to ask you. We're tired of the woman beater them. So when you go talk about stick to the evil where you know, I want to tell you, I can't stick with a government that has not built one school in 9 years. I can't stick with a government that hides the water sampling from its people because they know that the E. coli is in the water. Why do you think say Harmony Beach in Montego Bay can't be open? Because it is filled with E. coli. But we understand, so your vocabulary is limited to bad mind. Because you and your wife, when it comes down to the vocabulary and the lexicon, you don't really understand that, you know.
The One Jamaica Legal Defense Foundation and its global supporters cordially invite Jamaicans ayard and abroad to its inaugural reconnection on June 21st, 2025 at the Ranny Williams Entertainment Center in Kingston, Jamaica. Bring your entire family for a day of food, fun, entertainment, and information. Get an understanding of the Constitution and the skills necessary to exercise your rights and your civic responsibilities as Jamaican citizens. You can't afford to miss this inaugural reconnection rally, June 21st in Kingston. Tune in for further information and updates to Reason with Radigan on YouTube and reggaeglobalradio.com, Saturdays at 3 p.m. New York time and at 2 p.m. in Jamaica.
The Prime Minister just needs to fly the gate. Call it Andrew, call it, and Iman will sound the trumpet.
Whether you're Labour right, PNP, regular Jamaican who just want to vote for a change, you see the next election here will come up under no circumstances whatsoever can you vote in back the Jamaica Labour Party into government.
Daryl Vaz, Jamaica will not sit with you and Christopherson and Floyd Green and Colonel Charles Jr. and Fairval and Dana Morris and Matthew Samuda. Who going to stick with the evil? Who going to stick with them thief ya? Who going to stick with the thief them Jamaica? Who going to stick with them scammer ya? And as a matter of fact, Daryl, what do you mean by people bad mind? Daryl, what do you mean by people bad mind? Bad mind you for what? You have no good antecedents for people to bad mind you, One. Your history is not one where anyone would have wanted to bad mind you, Daryl. I'm asking you again, what is there to bad mind when our hospitals are like chicken coops? What is there to bad mind when our water is filled with E. coli and shit and dirty water? People can't drink healthy water again. What is there to bad mind when the road them full of pothole?
What can go so?
Ball out! Whoa, yo. We need help, Jesus. Jamaica need help. Shift the parliament. Shift the election. Shift everything. Remove them out there. Take out the cockroach. Take out the thief. Take out the criminal them. Take out the thief them. Take out the murderer them. Take out the gang leader them. Out of parliament. Take them out from Portland. Take them out. I hear Portland. Me I go to Portland. Why me I travel to Portland? Take out somebody, man or woman.
Dear Mr. Prime Minister, it's almost 9 years since you took over the country. Name yourself broke while basking in election glory. Little did we know that you would matriculate to becoming Jamaica's first Prime Minister to lead a heist on taxpayers' money. With a whopping 28 bank account, you laugh and skin your teeth while bolt head hang low in this national defeat. I remember when you tell with it Tanawi yard, leaving Jamaicans sitting in limbo. Even before that, you promised me could leave open my door and my window. You take your wife turn Madam Bully of the Parliament, showing Jamaicans who is the real man, whether in or outside an agreement. You raise your pay to a higher standard, while teachers, doctors and nurses leave yard to go look work abroad. Mr. Prime Minister, me not know if you see it. Maybe you're blind. Cause between me and you, Jamaica is singing a new song. Cause it's about time. Time for a new direction. Time for a new leader. Time for a change. So take it from me, Mr. Prime Minister. Light a candle, sing a song, and find your way back home. Yours cross, angry, miserable, a patriotic Jamaican.